Echi Ponkno.
Needs FM.
Utie Oha Echi Ponkno. Utie Oha Echi Ponkno.
The best station in the capital. Ego kwa kuno no. Ya o ya no hoko kwa ebi epuno no. Ya o de kwa tutu ni TF.
Ya magana de shimaima. Ya tu are written crop for proso. Si akani sana ye. Adie mu no ya na smame. Ya ro tu kwa ko bi mindset. Akwanche mun samoyo. So ba ko fu akom. Ya no dancing for you. Media me tu media papa nyina. Kodo na madwina businya fuwe. Se mu sadia me grow for you. Ani wa sitrem. Bia me mami ni dio. Adia siafu ni ben. Bia na bradu me buado. Bia me ni me hu triwo. First now for sway. Sia prefer money give to you. Bia me be boni dio. Oku pono eke. Bia na me be bombado. So sakuru ya dia. Ya mumbi ya. Bet me akuni ya dikuni. Me see me power anymore. Madam for ya yawa. Ufra santi jamas. Jeme nyawo kuyarada. Sinum si ofate opeo. Aji na mpanuma. Menom si ya majopeo. Otujari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo. Na mpanuma. Menom si ya majopeo. Mojari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo. Na mpanuma. Menom si ya majopeo. Mojari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo.
Needs FM yo.
Menom si ya majopeo. Mojari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo. Na mpanuma. Menom si ya majopeo. Mojari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo. Uraza kodie. Si yo menom si yo no ajopeo. Kofie. Mojari dia furusani. Media ni mi ameyo.
Needs 100.9 FM Sunye. Omeba ya mwaha ya mwatena se. Nsemi da mama mesrese. Nanso obi kan edwuma no esese ye. Enti yatena se ya frame OPANIN KWADWO ODAME ADDO. Metrema mama me papa adakarbe fompo manso okamuke. Ubele chuku uzioma Mamudu. Ende wentumi amba. Enti OPANIN KWADWO ODAME ADDO. Me na me baba je utata. Yeden samu a wontie ye aba abesomo. Mi manti dwumede na wutie. Yede ma wadwada. Ebrada ukuwada, yawada ene ifiada ewie bia na yatena se na yesomo nti ende eye adwada the 29th day of September. It's the last but one day of the year of the month. On September na ye meda ma meka kra na mekeka boso. September, the original month. Say ya wo mu ana say your original baby. Enti yen September fo nyina ye ma ye ho happy birthday. Soronkokwa just a free 1st September up to ende 29 September. Oh, enkrofo di omo birthday papa. Me di media nra. Just say me minda no me ka say me the location betudwa. In fact, mo fa nche me wie fie. Enti won mu a wo mo baaye no ebi a mo numbers no mutumi frɛ ya a mo baaye. Enti wo a wo baaye me say me ballist na ewa. Enti wo a wutumi baaye ekropon before ekropon no there's this chop bar I will latte junction say ukọ straight na ukọ ekropon o manefa wo se nifa na na say ukọ latte chop bar na wo no chop bar na there's a hotel bi we nim ho no mo ho na ye the location ekodi aba na emu ye papa na emrante ne maba wa kire mo bobre omo de nyoma bae nyoma no susu na ye fine nti wa wenyamba no ha ho next year the location betu dwa yie na also wetumi aba na matena dwamu yi McJerry ose Ajiman saa so na ohema akua free ye omuta mechi a ye ba besum won na wie na Frema is abankro on the social media just wote minka na so wo hwame a na ye Frema adaroma na we pian ye koto ho no mo a wo hwe ye na ya safo eso tato pampen enti se nsema ye baburu so nda no wo pese wo send a comment betimi asend ya man e wo Facebook uko Facebook na wa search NEET 100.9 FM NEET 100.9 FM na watumi ede comment aba yebekenkan ama atemdidie de yesrewada yese ebi nka ho saa so na obetumi asend ya WhatsApp on 0244 724 541 0244 724 541 na wasende na yakenke amaw atemdidie yesrewada nsegu nsayem kotodwogu form emfa atemdidie enka ho kyerwadwen enyina yempia oman nkorenim oman nti ni ahyehye sha dwumedie ya efra no memman nti oman nti emfre ofre akoye covid no hyedem na wupie bon mama yen yaso den na yendi mra no so send a comment WhatsApp send a comment Facebook na nyina yempia oman nkoranim na mejidi se upo oman yie me so mepe oman yie entina enewie waya so a wama ye ho kwan me abawura ofiem wadwumam wo kamu empo umpa so nimse hospitals bebre adan me kopie mo kolebu accident ward na nkofo dia to NEET na etie me papa da kabre am so wow enti bebi biada wutie yefi no yamawo akwaba ewo NEET 100.9 FM so na ende nsemfu a yebebrobro so no eye miensa yebehwe OSP ende nsem yebepie wo Daily Gist newspaper mu yebebubum saa so na galamsey fight in fact there's a fight galamsey fight in fact there's a fight chese mrante kwa mo betikitikiti omudia boom yebekọ ehonum na yaje report if your report ahonum se ba ne sen na galamsey a ye fight no mo so mo fight so mo yahifo na so mo yahifo ebebu ewrem na yehu asane pumasibre any MPP flag bearership race chese abri na emu yire na nsemu piepie enti nsem bi epie ebebo ne ni bi ama mo wate nsem na epie no ebi efri chairman abronye bono regional chairman of the MPP ne nsem a waka odi atudwa ebebo mo wate bi saa so na chairman Bernard Entwibu Esiako chairman wuntumi the Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP ono so nsem a odi atudwa ebebo mo wate bi ene the general secretary ono so nsem a wekruchegu nkrata so e dia betu media num ene so yebemo waso atibi anopempo yanene kasai ewo Ghana muntie so ewo ni TFM heya ensem a odutudwa no ene so yebemo waso atibi enti saa nsemfua miensen ene yeba besi no koso na MPP NDC PNC MFC esubebe fia ha na enu omodi nkomo nsem a egura pono so yi enti yanche ho yebedan ye ho abasisi a yeba yebekọ wasa impotem bia galamsey fight ye fight no na in fact there's a fight na wo hwe video ndi in fact yentumi embo mawo betumi abonde no nne no na wotie bi ko ni enyan na me hwe video na yebisebisa ye ho me ne McJerry bisa se inti wey eye Ghana nsɛm a ɛkɔ so sei ɛyɛ Ghana nie a kyɛ sɛ nipa de sani o nkrani bɛ sɛ mɔbɔ mɔbɔ papa yɛda yɛ ho yɛba ɛde nsɛm no bɛhyehyɛ so ama
FM Neo. Neat FM Neo.
Hey, catch it. List ni nie. And you ma beto to dia me baba no ho ade no. Twem so betumi a. Now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afi bia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Asew. Wo den kan no ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nsu wo hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwe de wapi ho. O ka sa batete e da fom ho.
This way chocolate drink.
Cratch up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear said this way chocolate drink, yes, sorry, no pan on yenum. Ye be chef fridge no snack. Ye nya ho ho anu ye de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink in yenum. And this one what ya no a, he se kire wom, koko wom, brick wom, bibia wom, ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Neat FM Neo.
Yakoya yaba Neat 100.9 FM sunie me manti dwumede na wasugwe ye go straight to Western region e na apia dankwa ye reporter nsem no egu nenum oba wo sa kire apia ye mo ha ade ba me manti dwumede so wo Neat na yesre bisa ewie ohumpo etesen
nyame adom na wie bibia boko bibia nso da din wo Western region ha
na yende enra najo bes 10 pm no mu na menya video bia chese mranti ankasa a mo beti kitikiti ankasa na yede abranti bia to a chese ye bo no ye twetwe no ye kyekyekyere ntade na ya wuro no hu ina chese ne be me kura eda so sei sreman ede na esi a oboemu ne yentio
well abranti a muhu se odan form e viral video ni mu no ye abranti e frɛ no atokwa me na asare obeka ya wono ne abranti bi a ebre bi a atwa viral video bi epie ya na waje etio every post ni ho a police ni e pa ne kyerɛ sa police ni kura no nyame ya adoma na watwi mu na ombe na ye watwara na no mu
police ni kokko mebo yen bo ho nkomo no kakra en ketiefo sa video na mpa ye na ehu ye emsa abranti no kwa me kai se yene kura kasa o Neat FM hanom na wadwane afiri kro no mu no na wo si police ni no wo se police for emsa mo ya miensa ba ko ye kokko pa ne modu ena nkafo ne tuntum emu ne na wefiri mu a ye ba be na yi
de o gi tuo ne firi no mu kokko no
na o pacho
so mfa ne tuo no ma no
ofiri mu da ben
free mu nche bia na watwi ma Western Regional Police Command no be ko voter o no ofiri no ma ko na yi
wow na anya bia unim ne bia accident bia na se o ye den yare na se den
yare
anyway it is abrantia no yes it is abrantia no ena den esi
Western Region ha de obi anim se oyekinkon ono ankasa tumi ede phone esi ne so ye video so no de ba bi ogine no free Mali ene Burkina Faso ene ade tumi bi ene ho a ebetumi abre na se eduoyo bi a no ho de pa ya na nsem beto dwa police force na o jan ye pewi ase ya chino ya chi ne wie ye obi a hono ne ye na ye ma ne bi la ye ja na asem ne die no de to aso se ye to aso wete sam bizine na watwi mu yenka bi enhye mu efi adam na nwumre ene ete se sakasaka bi asi wo ba mayanko no ewo enzima east bensin ni mu wo afeye mantem ha na eno no ate ne ho afri enzima east a dudo na nam se kwan a wo ho nyenti no mo fa wasesim pa eno no wata kwan so ye bensin mu na eko enti eye bi ba Friday eno mo koye eye no wekipin na se na atokwa na asare na oda fomu wono ne boys efa moto okru no ma no mu display za ma ne bema ntumimra na ye nkyere no se ye ho den enti yo obi ono so Western ready ha ono so ye metro man fofra ono so aben pa e friend Pascal and say last hero ono so boys ni bi ko yie e wo ba me yanko ho na hono no ono so abeka say na last hero nko fo okrum ha na o atokwa me na boys mu be de sa na ye nso ye ma mo kwan edomu no mu de ko boy ni se ye me ma okru mu a ekoye pepe spray ni tututu a eye no kra no eseye na no minim say awie fa last year boys no ato ahye atokwa me na galam say site so akwa say the chamfan ne machines bi a e site wo na na atokwa me na so atukwan enti obepie mu anura kwese no say na obekọ obi efi akodi nsemoni ana ekutwa manza nso mbekwa akọchita metumi ne mebo breza nseme de aben obi a entume enti ofa nyanya ba akọ ne ho na ofa ne boys 2 na all the way from Bamayanko omuchi sim wanzema kwan mu abesim e wo assessing pa eno no water kwan so immense nim eno no mbepie mu wo ho no asiwani ancestor katre atokwa na de nipa miensa kan ho no aka mu afọ ana last year ntonko fo no ye 9 enti omu no mu de boy ni sa na la atokwa na nkofo no hu se etuo no ya susu na no odin atokwa na de odi aduro ntubo ntu anko na ni nua na oka ho no de sa ono de onya be man tituo no bo na ana otopom enti mienu na ka ho no hu se de eba na ne enyan na omudwane ye ana ka atokwa na ene lati ronko fure ene ewutiri eno na wahwe video no omo ebo na de se kan no etutwa na iza zo mtunu tua na wo enti omo ebo na ana na kotade a ehye ne bansere no omo ati efiri ho na before say omo be hia we no na atokwa na asare wedi kan ye viral video say last year hu na obehu say obepuna manager na egu no ho enti last year nso no nkofo no so twese omo betre atokwa na say ne nsama a okan no omo ebe reverse no enti wo video na Golum ebo atokwa na pa no eyi ne banse ni fina sen ko tite ojare na egu no ho a de bema eda so na no ana omuwie ya obia efe de be be fine enti wotie ye dia de si ye no na ye battle for supremacy anya se ebia obia ye obi bi nemum ye galam say ene emunzensem area ho na ye abolo na ye machuman man ena ni tumi si ni tumi ana omde kobo ani a ho video abetodan
kwapia na chese eye nase ena atokwa mena ene ne dom omo display se be mebie ni ho e na asem ni free answer
sa pepe ena oba galam say asia ani o ma we de e common e wa ha ebede na etumi sisi na enam se e ho nsem mfonyin ni ade ne mba no e ho no nipa de aduro nipa ne mbi no ma de aduro pa anti edu ba bi atesa na obi apese o kire ne power
na omo de
abolo happy crowd e matu for ne from abolo eduba wasamem ne mfantemem abolo enti e ga abolo so no ne oye kracha o chen obi nti ade bi twada dim na nra ekosi ye no
nti neza akwese obi a kire ne power
ba obi a kire ne power
aha yenko galamsey site na wusi atokwa amene na last hero ne nkrofo akọji ne galamsey site aboso
no man ya moso se aye na se asem ne si ye no na omo eje se obi aye be ma we na se no na last year Pascal no ne nkofo call the boys no call
atokwa amene
friend atokwa amene the galamsey site a odidi ana omo ko ebubu ni mfidie ese ne chamfan no mo se bi koi na atokwa amene so tikwan ya oba ya me feel na ma be si
okay
so call last year so aso no call revenge ana okopie mo ho a anye
nti na se atokwa amene ne mranche miense ka no ho no emu ye 9 na omo call last hero so ne site nti
omo call ne site ana last hero shia omo Simpa Junction na last hero ne nkofo no eye 9 ana omo atokwa atokwa amene ene ne nkofo ya ekofa de abai
nti na che se ne ekosi ye wonya nti ye se police make some arrest bi ana omo police nchi omo
besina enya dia police achi obi a ena no pay mene takwa tete no oba western region ha takwa no ya ti police command no mate e dey free western when they say takwa e western central police command na western central police command mene commander na nkese edin command o pay na wo chese minya botre na bibisa e ho afei na police fo efi enhwemu asenti ebrepam se bibia betodwa omo e de beto yenim na mum se mene o kasa se sei die oban potem ho a eho dadin basa bia enyansi ho na nya de a police fo so aye arrest bia
na atokwa amene ne nua na wo se ono emse onye be menti etu no kan ten otofo mi tisi ya yakase owo hen
oh se e ba sa no de ono no ofim eti omo ema mo no so akopɛ no baabi na hye na atokwa amene nso akopie mu wa ya sabia o jare
okay na se atokwa amene ya bo no eruo no ho de wenwu
ono de wenwu o ti ase ba baabi o de de so omo de tikan kika na pa wo mtuntua no
omo tuntua onwu
No, no, because I have viral videos, baby, all day. To me, I hold the organ house or no, they be to me. Enti okay abra police asemi ba ya koji TOP police nsemi kata bebre se wa ben no nti enura se asemi si ye no obia no kan se nyame na atwa ka ebi je se won na ahwe no bi je se so ti bi ntimi da de bi twa da de nti the record already him ene se de ese kra no aye nipa bebre na de
so no nyame edi ho afofi ye na kwoto ayasa bia oja ayahwe
ono de o ya sabia
na sidi akwa be na empotem ho echisen tokwa nsu aye minim ho pa matena baby e for akon nti minim yes nti minim
ade se wako shaft na asia kwa road ni ale
da bio
na community mine no water kwa
me ebra me ba hore 90s num na yeah satana surface mining na ho pa mo blast no
still I ho
enti ehwo num te se nkrofo embufu ye se bi obi musu kwa atake obi num ana se na ekoso ho num
oba galamsey say western region there e kan me akore say 14 district e wa ha no be bia nu a obeka se galamsey ni even secondary tapra metropolitan kra no ko pie be bi say wasama mpon oba fia kwesmenti minutes ba ko pie be bi say aseke friend do areas na galamsey koso ofa shama wa say it ahanta west mko elembele jomoro enzima east Prisia Hone Valley takon sayem amenfi east amenfi central amenfi west be bia galamsey na the akwa ban say akwa yese oba yo galamsey dia na wanka to father on between abo ho ban aside police police national security ni security dey eno agala state side na kuti bia ne father obo no nko ho ban enya de basa bia ba o man kasa ti adwuma na se onka ka obi anso enkan enti western region de basa bia ni ha aha ade din ya no fe kra no ase we si ye no ofa watatin pa ofa be bi se wasa dom pem ofa be bi se ahwete so bonsa ene asaman ene wasan sayum ne de keke ka ho bana bibia obi aye normal activity bibia ensia basa bia ni western region ha
na se ukase mu wo kire mu se se ube galamsey wo mpotem ho nko ade a se wunya squad ambema bia mo beti susuya mo betumi abebo wo site no ho ban amawo
eno de la galamsey no the weapons ni ade na yo enye class de de yo no ade ma pebre ekom eti ehun sam na ye kan no so akoye kana
na abansu ayese otusu sa na sidi awoso wo kase galamsey no bebre na de akode weapons pa no mudi gina no na abansa otue uhwa mpotem ho ebekoye
na kwase me wo mpa ne se de ye ne sese pa de akwa so pa 19 kro umia na ye ne ya wa mia so a na ekro ni tuma ye tana na adwuma ekopa se nya political role no and the kind of commitment be say betumi e dey fight there e dey ye de akwa political no jango dia it and say I so join now no account galamsey areas no ko ha and no ma ayoko so ho any ade no national security threat pa
abansu emse na wotwetwem ye memende ya na we declare say some places bi ho no mo a o declare no security zone minimada say ho no mate ana say monya ho popo bi say military for ana say security forces ni bi eba beje biambia bi aboso ana na mawen what bi bisa
yes yera ama ko fibu a ono anka se fi western region ha enti dan say oba nkoma pese wa ha obeka the same thing oto ye wan Cobra River no so obeka the same thing oba western region ha be bia ye red zone this and say ofa shama akokusi amanfia yesura kete o region no district ni bi fa o oba fa nsu bi the sepra oba fa bi the se butru oba fa bi the se bonsa and Cobra tano no ene de keka ho no ba kopra so ni wa eni yese so ba western region ha yese ni ya river amanzure eno na izulezu kro no was na no mpo no ehemfone omanfo wo izulezu eno ma bo belete so mo makwa mo bia nkotai da ensure tourist site no enye fa nka no kra koma se ni ensure bi anye wa ha ena forest reserve bi de se ni Miri forest amria forest reserve ko wa dira banso afi abani nkran e Prisia Hone Valley ne other areas na ni na no reserve ni na nko fa se no enti galamsey the western region had a red zone they can say declare the military nko ha this na ka se region mu de baby no abeka to military ma military be mari na go for ya we a every no so mo ba be bibi so ko a enko e dada na koso
kwapia ewie yeda wase pa
dada se
yene apia dankwa oye ya reporter owo western region na na otwe ye twemi yan nsem bi epepie wo honom galamse aban no neni abrese oku galamse no na mbrante kwa so eni abrese omo so oku pe video ni bi na hwe me yese mebo ne no na wate just the way bi mu chantie chantie papa cheche nsemu near this that year just a brantine twitwa nipa de seni Ghana police we dey enimu ada se mo betumi make arrest ebeboa yina because edin ehu uhwe video no kwa de ehu bebo we bisa won say we Ghana fa hen na we esi edan ehu aba eba ebetu ankomo no so na OSP say or the 143 million Ghana cedis or they recover 2.2 million Ghana cedi e 2024 daily gist the ubakata na the buy e be kwa homa no so na ye ne opani baako e de hu nkomo say OSP nsema betodwa say OSP dwuma wodi nie bra wabonie say sika wo yusuo ene sika odienya ama oman no ebe ko hama no so na edi hu nkomo esisi idea mibo
Nit FM Neo.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Neat 100.9 FM sunye ye koya ya ba Denisco Outlet Spintex. I see watching you live from Denisco Outlet Spintex, Cambodia taxi rank. Cambodia Ghana ha. Yo na Komota driver. I was watching you live from Afghanistan. Akwe Kwanwa. Komota driver bi o say Odame. I greet you, bro. Meso mejo su bro. Addo Bismarck. I say watching you from Supersu. I don't know what Krobe and so or Ghana. Michael Ajano. I say good afternoon. Watching you live from Kwabenya. In fact, John Mahama is managing the economy well. Things has reduced drastically. Greetings to Madi Jibril, Deputy Director of Elections in charge of operations. Yankwa Humano Sombra. Yaba na yatua muamode mu messages abeba no na yatua so. Enti lawyer Kwame Adofo. Papa ewie ye mo ha edeba manti wo Nit FM so. Yes, Rebisa, a way po what is saying. Yes, so young we papa. It has also say we bisa. A way a frawa tiawa OSP and Abbott to just say 2024 Obo Brebi na Brano boy no we use Ghana Sika 143 million cedis. Na sika otumi edi cover ma o man 2.8 million cedis. Eno na yebisa se so adwuma o che so dis ka di ne faso a wonya manya yi lo no kwa so a ana ye ne de so ye ni as oman yen koso keep office no ye hwedwuma ana se bra o de sika boya yen koso se OSP office no ebeda so atena ho
Mini ama mencha no with tifo no hefo no bia 140 million Ghana cedis in 2024 alone. Was so they could yi kawa or they said that one no. I saw they said that one no. Adrian they said that one no they could yi kawa no.
Say the nam na yinam into your day bibi asha da wana no.
That's right.
And no de koyi enam biaba.
40 million. I said I was about 2.8 million.
Lo. Wa homa no emu a twitwitwitwiri minim se puruye bi ebesiso a ntanka ukọ oni fa kakra na ya hwese mu bedemu a se nimfa no amboa lo metew ne dia but enye afi project na yenwe lo me san fro me san fro na yenhwe se emu beda ho a yene lawyer Kwame Adofo na edi nkomo a private legal practitioner OSP report bi abeto ju say the office of the special prosecutor sika odi ekoyi sika ba sika spending di koyi sika kitu bi ba no sika no so enti yenhwe we obake dumso obake also penidame. So what is the outcome of the containers with gold and dollar seized at Saipeman? Me kohwebi. In fact, mi so mu bi. The currencies ni mi so mu bi. Gold ni mi so mu bi. Nanso ye firi ho na ye ne oru ajakpa. Pape mo no ye nti hu bibia ye. Say they are still on the hands for the one Alaji na oye the campaign no na omu guso a omu hwehwe no. That's how far me information me wa metumi the amount. Enti obake webisa ampa yenyante ho hwe Yakubu Dombote offenso. Okay, the lawyer aba ahomanu so bio e be hwe se afide mu ya law mpacho oteminka
beti wonka pa
afide we mu ye na wo ka se enama de share da wana no ekoyi nam no ye femfiri ho
what the 1 million akodwom now put me nya 2.8 million ezo mzo aboka ayampo na kanye sika no kra yenyae no and what me a asiki convictions say people wait me a jailing crofobia ezo makoto prisoner yeah we say at least enye sika no kra onyae na what you mean adwuma am here the nipa tu we dey the nipa tu mo bobo yenyae the say ya na say so say crofobia agreement Branty be refinity was it want to mean crofobia normally trying to some agreement apart from that no not even one conviction and after some material so Richie settlement agreement with one northern case be or northern region apart from that no not one conviction and you want money about 140 million no conviction. Let's go also to recover 2.4 million. What do you mean? I mean, control. Who made so 2.8 million? It's almost there. Omana Bokaburu. Now, there be a Missy office no. And you may be anywhere a bit free. Apart from a almost profile. chill near mouth, your bail condition, and him to be meet. Apart from that, what is that office for?
Law, young Sikano Cransa. Now say 143 million, no say 2.8 million crave film now the young factory in crown and qua. I just say 140 million a car now my abo.
Ashi. And I was make say. And no correction. And what Yamaipa via Sika. Dream Nicasabo, what me are convicting for crowd. You can't believe. As you want what you may. What ye? You don't convict Anomaba. Anoma crying convict you. Apart from once you plea bargaining. Thank you. Bargaining agreement or something. Apart from that, not one single conviction. Nakana focus for what? You put me in your officer. I do not know what to mean yet. Mr. Martin Alimisu, I mean, or be God and Noomstar, what you a video, Snapon, or Toto, epistles, social letters. The same thing. Papa, what is it?
Kisia Jabing.
It's what is the same thing? Ken kwa ono sa adwene num sa even me in crack obo in crack how many years 2021 now why masa kana voice about TV maybe as you say for as long as he remains this won't be near man paka I've been on the record I think I say 140 million
Nature say law 140 million crowd and yet almost salaries in maintenance of the office near Munoma just a the board office no background can ye no. Enti law who can see office no in a yen free ho and now say nipana or down no say na on chete with yen free ho.
Problem I want to say. Nipa no wo ho no nipa mienu na akọ ntimi ntwatew enti na me ana ni vri wana se nipa na wo na enwa
ene ye bi sei
nipa mienu no nyina wo ntwatew ma na bi du kura de na ye me ya tuna ho in so godfather general is won to me get marry you how what do you say what is so kura de what's my press conference? What's what you say? What's the cry? Oh, well, you're not no press conference, and I'm now. I do my code 7 years for and one. What do you make me a phone a code here? Yes, taxpayers' money. And you are come to that's about 140 billion in 1 year. That is all the accomplishment was the material 2.8 million Ghana cedis. And Ghana what is it? One, I do not want to mean yet. Two, me not sure say office no crano. Is it a nipa million trauma near a job smart being only a good near day? Proven to be a flop. Is that
Lord, me misa we. Say lawyer Kisia Jabin. A banning bremo, me jidi say munim say wabin ye. Na ochra de kra. Na adwuma so yo no nko na oye ede o other lawyers ono mu ina na ye adwuma no. Enti uzuzu say ono nko na another backstop with him intino. Just a blame ni bia yen fa ma no, but not the office.
Na are it on deliver. Press conference ya na hane. Court by or say why I'm gonna know. What in lawyer better be? All lawyers all, but obviously the back stops with him. He's the man. Wants me case be court without him signing on it. In the society, he is to be held responsible. And only lawyers to be the court. The job was given to him. Recruit and employ other lawyers. So why are they not delivering? 2021. And I'm crowd to me and committee and what? Probably that day. Accept it. every year 140 million. Now, what me want to pay 2.8. That a mass in mass yana. And a course could use 1 plus 1 is 2. We look at 1 plus 1 is 3. Near Yanita. It's matter. But I make it to P. Now, whether there is another person who in the future may occupy the office and be able to work. At this stage, I don't know. But as to go out, it was supposed to be brilliant. The brilliant, I for it.
Anna, law, na other lawyers bisu kase owura kise jaben yes o lawyer ni mapa wabini ye pa no ochiradia ne sa na mom eba no prosecution dia onye bida onye prosecutor ntiem se eno na ema otwefa no bui obi kasa wunchem ni sen
no I don't do that. Here prosecutor no say if no o share offense I was why elements A B C D and nothing na
lawyer wala na asem wa kuchuri nti lawyer wo number ba kwa ode amaye no ye mfre no na ye mese nkomo no emu beda ho yi na nka emu ya ne sa aye wonwuran nti ye frɛ lawyer Adomako Kwame Adofo ne sane ne di nkomo na ombe Yakubu Dombote offenso Kayira was MPP pa never again till Jesus come Ghana aye the dead President Mahama you do all Ash Hassan was a good afternoon Odame enjoy you live from Netherlands greetings to Sekendi JJ love you all Oyibo Boateng ose Oyibo Boateng atwuma nebehi ose member NPP media patriots say no to Galamsey now greetings to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia chairman Osu Bempa Inshiaso and Kojo Bamba National First Vice Chairman hopeful Oyibo Boateng nebehi Kojo Bamba chinin kache Bamba boys akomko okay yeah ko ahoma so yetumi raise lawyer back onto the line law na wanugu so akasa na line musa ye kuchichi binti ya kwa babio
and the number can say say you are spending 140 million. That's between 2.8 million. Obviously, it means Yaboka.
You feel?
And it's Yaboka there. There's no point in us continuing because on 2021 or 7 years, it is a 2026, 27,
28. Yeah.
Tabenda. And you have to be able to 140 million and 12.
So say I can't film me and sape.
But 140 million every year. Now, zero result.
Na chese upa se agrobeso ana ifra nopa.
Masa. See what 2021. Now we need a serious prosecution be our.
And you know former finance minister on person baby.
Masa. Then crowd was on press conference. When your press conference or the Interpol red alert debate on so. It is 8 months gradual move. Wabra, kwa press conference, and otono buasia. Anka kenovurata baya no charge no with an offense in a kujina court. Okazo oka say MPA for aye bonini, almost MPA.
Mustafa Hamid.
Okoye home press conference nearly. What is it Oma kujina court? Chise kinkinu yane dosu. Kinkinu yane dosu. And they say Omo no say Omabo Maika. No more dimika be press conference be. Ahenyemu amama fun say Omo. That's all. Ana
law unji ndizu say bia abasa ekura nyomam Emma Chen so emu odusin no.
No opposition forces so abasabe no more. They are not in government anymore. It's the hidden hands burn as they owe you. At least what me I show. Say as soon as you don't go to court, you are charged of A, B, C, D, and they are facing court. Yes. Now press conference need the guy. And top of court. Kasatin top of court. Maybe conclusion. Before any now they say Ejumano old to me. Now Ubusa the next question. Now why bit my and yeah, I don't know. The uncle for me, I need him so me brilliant, so me very solid. And some no. Or my patrol. And this is best I say GDS of bit my area I did him.
Enti law say ebasa ebia ye penny pafu for my number bejina can pasuo ben na yemfa ne mbra.
Any problem you know in your moon if is meet all the requirements. Being yes, you good. You say no nonsense to corruption, Yanka. And only pursue no. Buying now. Martin Amidu Grady and it was a disaster. And I was to cross our baby peace. And the minimum pursue, I'll bet my edge, man. Because me nipper you know near the piece, oh, bet my yeah. And so far, they leave much to be desired. And the minimum, I'm bet my because even you don't have a watch it is on bet my my flop.
Enti na say ne kwan say say agya ne kwan na go back to the classroom.
What do you say agya ne kwan? What do you say agya ne kwan? Because on the need is over my man. The moment of starting your press conference, Adam Jose, Massa. Unya Castle, my uncle pet, it means Wabamabu. I saw we already now client, soon you. Then I saw resign. Not in the farm. Now, no Baba Castle, uncle Namna, then I never go through in the tower. What do you, your office, my. They go before. Because Wabamabu. Who doesn't hang you on because a more dainty. Would you resign?
In Quandewo womb. Oh, when Antony ye line ye basa.
They say 140 million is Gaketwa. Is Papa.
Tell you, I don't know the two, sir, as some no one, and I send some more years or baby shim no one among. Intend the Ejuma.
Any name that is you. See, most of them from Muti. As some way, Cacrano, the only two one of one no. And you have no overall budget there. You.
Law. Edin common Bessia. Brina, so that's say Frewa, would yes now near Cassa.
Yamin come.
Yes, so Yadasi. Yane lawyer Kwame Adofo, a private legal practitioner, and Edin Como Afa. OSP report to be able to just say 2024 Afeno Office of the Special Prosecutor Edisika 143 million choppable Ghana cedi. Now they are recover 2.8 million Ghana cedi. Nti no edi nkomo lawyer Adofo eche say Uraki say Jabin lawyer. In fact Juma Odi say odebo o my Ghana no ntwa yie nti ono de ebeya say office na ebegu no ana so say ono na ebehwe say ebesesa no ana anka ono anka sempo nje akunwa no nto ho na yenhwe say ni pafufu betumi aba abedi a eno na yene lawyer Kwame Adofo edi hunkomo na Facebook live no ebimu asend on messages WhatsApp line no you can say enfre o number me de betu dwape menkofo afre obi ti dia wo frɛ line no enye kra enti Manao Ba Steven or say OPANIN KWADWO, where is IGP Tata Yohunu and that of his NDC police and national security? These are the areas he must deploy them to, not onto common chairman Abronye and MPP leaders and supporters by Manao Ba Steven at Pantine Village. Because Mrantie no dwuma no mu di display no mu display no in fact eni enyan ubebisa se Ghana enie na himfa na we esie a che se nipa desani enye mobokra e bon blow yanda sike twa na nitiri ho nti IGP Christian Tetayo hunu yesi yedijawa e de asoawo nye obi aka asem minkwa na ubefa Black Maria de akwakofa no na we mu no mo ye se ye vinci here oyibo boaten edi biaba oyibo boaten atwema nebehini. So the Galamsey fight shouldn't be compromised, but should be taken as war because all our water bodies are turning into Milo wish and coffee color. Our lands are turning into pits and gullies, and our forests are turning into deserts. This is an eyesore and not a fanfare. Ghanaians should rise up against this canker. We shouldn't let generation down, but rather leave a legacy. Mr. President, please act now. The elephant doesn't limp when it steps on thrones. Action speaks more than words. I rest my case. Greetings to Dr. Baumia, Chairman Osu Bempa Inshaiso and Kojo Bamba, National First Vice Chairman of Hopeful. Oyibo boating nebehini na osande we ebaye. Enti fa ode bra ebekin kan Ofake from New Plant Station Circle. Say President Mahama, when did you realize COVID, Ukraine and Russia war have become problem of the world, of the whole world? Greetings to Honorable Moses Abo, Blue Army Commander, and Honorable Charles Otten, aka OT, Asa Secretary, Greater Accra Region, Hopeful. Okay. Now we so ordinary Abba. I say, try God, Wolato, Liati. Anyway, Martina Midu. I say, name is a nonsensical syllable. Nti who will be requiring a problem. Mr. Odame, truthfully speaking, immediately you mentioned lawyer Kwame Adolfo's name as the one coming to talk about the OSP issue. I knew you people aren't coming to speak national truth. Mr. Odame, if I should ask you, how much did the banks that the ex-president Akufo-Addo and the MPP government needed to have used to support the banks that they came and collapsed? Yo, metina, how can I say? By natural. Why? And how much have they used to collapse those banks? Sometimes you people are too hypocrite in your choices of national discussions. Na bank no say it should be a one. Say a bank for fraba. When new report na bow bank isu bra I will anyway. Obakedum so I say Odame Isiodinkete has presidential agenda, but he doesn't have the qualities and credibility in the international recognitions to become a president. He even speaks English. Now, me papa said in Kacha wabaye MP pen or ye banker nisa or ye accountant or ye banking or be MP with the general secretary for years. Ababe chairman was it on the bluff. Sure. Papi and Fium cry. Meshach Asante. So we thank the government for their commitment towards fighting the Galamsey and its activities. Declaration of security zone in some forests and water bodies is laudable idea. So we will continue to advise all Ghanaians to desist from illegal mining in order not to lose any life through illegal mining. A word to the wise is enough. And Meshach Asante Ediaba Alice Amua. I say, please, how Galamsey is going on in Sechi, Draboso, and Tobia Forest is bad. Okay, so Sechi, Draboso, and Tobia Forest is bad. Okay. No, yeah. Alice Amua, no, the buy. Say, no. We Emmanuel Kweku Yamua. I say, good afternoon, Mr. Odame. Please tell the OSP that he should give us a break and stop disturbing our ears. Because we discerning people are disappointed in him. And he obisu di odia banono. Daniel Kwam. Anyway, Daniel Kwam de ni ntumi kinkan ma obisu atro ten ewa ha ya hwe ne yankinkan a osi nana osai kufuo Opaninkwa Odame. Good afternoon. Trust you are fine. It is a shame a political party has turned Ghana into a crime scene. The illegal possession of these arms is what has turned these boys into thugs and violent men. Until the current government came and expressed concern of stolen arms and weapons by the late defense minister, no one in the defense ministry of the past government hinted anything about these stolen arms because it was under their watch these arms leaked into the hands of these boys. Now look at what is happening. In 2019, a pickup truck loaded with arms from Accra to Central Region even ran over hawkers plying their trade in Kasua. No arrest was made. No one questioned the driver of the truck as to where he was going with those guns. All we heard was he's one of the president's bodyguards. What kind of a nation are we living in? Today, look at what is happening. Yes, it's an ISO ampa. And yeni kasem. Francis Nate. I say, Mr. Odame, are you a journalist or MPP communicator? Maybe I'll pay affirmation. Why? And your problem. All right. Facebook for no messages, as I call. Send out their bra. Who call neat Facebook. I was search neat 100.9 FM. Na was send it with the abba. Yanko WhatsApp on Susuni and enuanom ne adofo a omuso omode afa WhatsApp na yankin kan ma wo no mu na yebeko MPP flag bearership race no a emu ayi say time no emu nsem ayi dedwa no ema abronye chairman akeka nsem bi na chama wuntumi the governor onso di nsem bi atutudwa Emma the General Secretary Abase MPP etwi omuhu efrisa nsemwa these two chairmen Bono region and Ashanti region omude atudwa no way from Abele Nungwa Senior Odame Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is the best choice for the NPP and Ghana at large, so I'm pleading with the delegates to vote for him to give us victory come 2028 general elections. Greetings to Honorable Carlos Ahinkra, incoming National First Vice Chairman of the MPP from Abele Nungwa. Okay, we're so free. I am Kobena Freedom, also called Billy Hu from Anyako. Odame, you are welcome with your crew members. Odame, have you heard that there's big confusion between Kenneth Ejapon and NPP big men? The whole they are digging for NDC, they will fall inside themselves. Kenneth should not stop. He should continue fighting them till the end of 2028. Okay. We Achu say, good afternoon, OPANIN KWADWO ODAME. Happy birthday to you. The government has taken a good step towards the fight of Galamsey, and I think we are on the right direction and it's going to bear a proper fruit. My greetings to Frema is a bankro. Mr. Odame, please greet Brosame at Ashaman, Lebanon, adjacent Tozido Hotel. His radio is always glued to Neat FM. Ente Brasame, Ashaman, Lebanon. They say station no and I say radio in there. They say the Neat ni. Now the guru esum nti aka obi ya wan yo bebu no. Ofake ode ni abubom Meshak Asante Amashaman Amasaman. I say MPP will soon become a thing of the past in the history of Ghana, which nobody will remember them again as a serious political party. There's no leadership in the party, no discipline, no unity, no respect, and no wonder they are now having irrelevant 87 members in parliament. Thank God Chamawuntumi and Abronye has exposed their evil plans against other contestants who are contesting against Dr. Baumia. MPP Gu Meshak Asante at Amma Samman. Nusuni di odi buy no. We WhatsApp for no. Wesu Efre Pawili Kasua. The greetings Odame. Kufuado have his own selfish reasons for creating the OSP office and causing financial loss to the states. And pay never again. Pawili Kasua. Ente also found the bra na yankin kan mount. WhatsApp line we 0244 724 541 0244 724 541. Senebra ebekin kan mount na yenyina yepia omano akonenim tsania yepe enti enra ena medi birthday ebimu ebisam se na omufisa ye ne 29 me ye 28 enti entwe mu ye still but me I wish me why. All right, enti we are moving straight to MPP flag bearership race in Semwa, chairman of the Bono region for the MPP or the Atuja. Yentienu na yentuasu.
Neat FM Neo. Utie oha echi punk no. Neat FM.
Yeah, 1998. Say a repeat almost 1996. If you are 2023. Yes, I repeat to some about 2026. I said, and yes, I repeat to you. And to the master, sir, I am Baumiati, and you are repeating. Sabi e 40 near repeating one because se nipa du na maame baako na papa baako no muwa na sa adibie baako no betra so first taafo mo bari biase
ɛyɛ Isaac ne Rebecca ɛna ɔmo wɔ yɛ mmerɛ mu no ɛne bibia mu no na Isaac sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ Esau ɛna ebi n'adeɛ ɛna ne yere ɛso sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ Jacob na ebi n'adeɛ ɛso so ɛbaayɛ no baabi a na ɔsɛ ɛtɔ no ɛhɔ a kɔkɔtɔ deɛ teɛ ne sɛ yɛafa ɔma kɔntisu yɛde mmaa obi a ɔka ho eti sɛ yɛde ma Naomia na sɛ obi si ahyehyɛ biribi de aba Naomia na yɛde
tactical play.
Na yɛ pɛsɛ hyehyɛ ne ma ayɛ power ne nti ɛna yɛhyehyɛ ne saa ayɛ power ne nti ɛna ɔmo waka sɛ eti na sɛdeɛ de police station fo bɛka ho a na mo ntu bie ba wo yɛ sunsun ti no ɛna yɛ mo waka wa mo ba to aba bi na yɛ san ba former executives ka first na me ba former executives ka mi nya wo because ka ofi no ko but never o nyanti former executives na obi a wo promote obi a ko araba say ya ko ba ko na sa musaka enya wo ya bibi enya wo ya bibi efisa abano ubetu bi abano ubetu eti enya wo ya me de ka sa ne be twatwo na ma fira nyema mu adiafa mo ye ya nyina ni se ade esi ye no na nya presidential ni ma esi bi esi ye no ayeye kasa ani ma esi the man see here no is a parliamentary primaries na ya point I'm not sure eti your room for kan ya say omu trees kan ba omu trees kan omu san kan eti le bi mu ka kire mo say so we mu didi a onko ya le atisa wo say atisa ayi no pre eti aye wo eti do baby kran na wo kwa ye campaign kwa na wo shuru eti abi a wo sa wo kwa kan ye ye wo ti bi aka wo ka eno na e ba wo ya wa ha eti wo pre a wo ka se ba wo ya ana am ya we na wo kwa situation wo omo kwa situation kwa situation wo mo go to susu asote ye na nso ye ba wo ya aye ba wo ya after now na parliament omo pray MPs bebree aye omo kwakoto aye speaker ba MPs kwakoto speaker ba otie for the first time from 1992 abekemo na ye na dey agreement na so omo kwato aba ye lusui ade ma MPs for ano so na ye ba onia eti adenti ela se bi ba yẹn person take the responsibility and take the responsibility and learn to solve the problem and enhance your fortune to win the lessons in future. Can you? Yẹn person le be suya bie afiri na yẹ tu anamoa ebe ti di aboa yẹn. Na say ye kwa na sa aboa ya me ti bia no ele election sata ye na bebi ya no ye pese ye blame obi a mo ha bia no 1998 say ye repeat omo to aba 1996 e bia na mo to 2003 2023 yes I repeat mo say mo beto aba 2026 e bia I said, and it's a repeat you. And to the master, sir, I am Bauliati, and you are repeating. Said you 40 near repeating one because said you have no money back, no papa back, no more. Nasa, I did you back or better. First, in platform mobile, yes. And Isaac and Rebecca, I'm a warrior. Emremuno ene bibia no na Isaac say opese Esau ene ni na ade ana na yire eso say opese Jacob ni na ade asoso ɛbaa no baabi a na ɔsɛ ɛtɔ no ɛbaa no kɔkɔtɔ deɛ tiɛ sɛ yɛafa ɔma bɔnti su ni yɛde ma obi a ɔka ho eti sɛ yɛde ma bawomia na sɛ obi si ahyehyɛ biribi de ama bawomia na yɛde na yɛde
tactical play.
Na dia pese hyehyɛ ma ayɛ power ninti ɛna yɛ hyehyɛ ne sa ayɛ power ninti ɛna ama waka sɛ enti na sɛ deɛ de police station for bɛka ho a na mo tu bie ba wo yɛ sunsun ti no ɛna yɛ ama waka wa mo ba to abani bi ne ya sa ma former executives ka first na me ba former executives ka mi nya because ka ofiri do akɔ but never omianti former executive jina obi a wo promote obi a ko abara say ya ko abampo na sa musaka enya wo ya bibi efisa abaro ubetu bi abaro ubetu eti enya wo ya me de ka sa ne betwa to na ma fira nyema mu ade afira bo ye ya nyina enu bi sɛ ade esi ye no na ya presidential na ma esi bi esi ye no ayeye kasa ane ma esi de ma esi ye no ejira ye parliamentary primaries na ya hoye so ano hyedo eti bi o ko fo ka ye sɛ omu tps kan ba do tps kan omu sa kan eti be bi mu ka kyerɛ mo sɛ woni mu didi a onko ye atisa wo se atisa ayi no pre eti aye wo eti du be bi kra na wo kwa ye campaign kwa na wo shuru eti ade a wo sa wo kwa kan ye ye wo ti ya kwa ko ka eno na e ba wo ya wa ha eti wo pre a wo ka se ba wo ya ana am ya we na wo kwa situation wo ọmọ kwa situation ọmọ go to susu asote ya na so ya do ya aye ba wo ya after na mbe na parliament ọmọ prayer MPs bebree aye ọmọ kwa koto aye speaker ba MPs koto speaker ba oti for the first time from 1992 abakem na ya na ya agreement that's all we got to happen. You lose sweet. I don't I didn't think anything be bad. Young person take the responsibility and take the responsibility and learn to solve the problem and enhance your fortune to bring the lessons in future. Can you? Young person, the best year here every na yetu anamoa ebeti ya boye na se ye kura na sa boye mi eti bia no ele election sata yi na bebi anu e pese iblemu
Nit FM nio
we eye chairman Entwi Buesiako and Bernard Entwi Buesiako and Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP ena wotse ye no a ochirem ne ntia ye de ebinum ababeka abato no se delegates no enkan na former DCs, former appointees, former ministers, former MPs no monka ho no muntu bi nti sisi ade de omu ina ababeka no ochirem se ne ntia ye de sankrofo abeka because of Baumia because omu ye bi 2000s omu ye bi because of Kufuonti nti we mu so ye de omu abeka ho no eye Baumia nti eno na enkrofo bi aso se dabi chairman untumi wasema wo kano de twisan eye owura Kennedy Akompreko Japan ne akache omode statement aba a ne mranche so ye be free bi ne omodi nkomo na yentie chairman Kwame Bafo Abronye DC aka Abronye DC chairman Kwame Bafo aka Abronye DC ono ase Abronye nti Abronye DC yentie no eye Bono regional chairman of the MPP ono so nsem a odi atudwa yentie si ono so kan nsem
ona ye be ye no me na me ye ho adwuma abon na wo Bono region no eduru se ye kwa polling station abon na me na me ye ho adwuma anti wa wote WhatsApp platform so aso kope MPP atunu ebeduru na adinim because won to be me say won to be wani samu passe abon ni nso aba no won to be because me nya sore ne me nya ti free ne ye mfa ahoma ntwe akiri edese me kwa koduru ba bia se me ka kire ka no me ye apostle ko Joseph me ka break nim nti ka ne kwa me de me sabo ka no mu anaka na nkasa gina me nye break ntum nti me ka se won to bia polling station one me make sure say it's a matter of phone call na me nipa sumasi mon kra na free system no me no wa wie ati mun nya dede no no what the president Muhammad
God
now
Needs FM
yo ku apai no anko ba bia ona ye be ye no me na me ye ho adwuma abon na wo Bono region no eduru say ye kwa polling station abon na me na me ye ho adwuma anti wa wote WhatsApp platform so aso kope MPP atunu ebeduru na adinim because won to be me say won to be wani samu passe abon ni nso aba no won to be because me nya sore ne me nya ti free ne ye mfa ahoma ntwe akiri edese me kwa koduru ba bia se me ka kire ka no me ye apostle ko Joseph me ka break nim nti ka ne kwa me de me sabo ka no mu anaka na nkasa gina me nye break ntum nti me ka se won to bia polling station one me make sure say it's a matter of phone call na me nipa sumasi mon kra na free system no me no wa wie ona ye be ye no me na me ye ho adwuma abon na wo Bono region no eduru say ye kwa polling station abon na me na me ye ho adwuma anti wa wote WhatsApp platform so aso kope MPP atunu ebeduru na adinim because won to be me say won to be wani samu passe abon ni nso aba no won to be because me nya sore ne me nya ti free ne ye mfa ahoma ntwe akiri edese me kwa koduru ba bia se me ka kire ka no me ye apostle ko Joseph me ka break nim nti ka ne kwa me de me sabo ka no mu anaka na nkasa gina me nye break ntum nti me ka se won to bia polling station one me make sure say it's a matter of phone call na me nipa sumasi mon kra na free system no me no wa wie ati mun nya dede no
Needs FM yo
Neat 100.9 FM suni ye frame OPANIN KWADWO ODAME ADDO metrema mambe papa adakabre fompo manso ukamuke bole chuku uzioma na chairman of the Bono region for the MPP nensemo de atudwe yembo mpini owura Kennedy Japan akachi na ye ne kasamafo ye kwesi kwaten esquire lawyer mua na hutadin frenu tizo kwesi kwaten ewe memoha ediba Nit FM so
Adame metia ne de
boko adana wudi wo ye ninti ye dwaw
adai
menka radio no so
ai se waka de ka na mo fe na munyame ana
ye from why ye nya ye ne wo hihie se ye be 101 uka chem se wo mfa ade san ya na uda ayi flyer so
menka mpo da message ma de do so de fa chebe
me ye o ye nya fa nche me ne magye nya fa nche
maja ye se bra pani o
ye na ye mpenifo ye na ye mpenifo se unti ye fa nche
bu fi de budi ura de kwam ne akwala bo politics
go udi wo ye mpenifo ye ni se so aha
adama ma dibe
me ande me hu so wa send message na me say bra we pa
patame
anyway juma ne ye ne mo ana be ye nti ya na wodi etwi yen so de betwi da chi ye ni problem
na dame no
one
me ye na me ba fa na dame kwa ka we ge nyina ke ru ko
o ma fa so se me ho adwo na ewie Your friend wa boko me say matro letter tin out the bia send me wasan ye audio bia keka ho na ni na fa eni bia abetodwa se chairman wuntumi chairman ntubuosi akon of the Ashanti region MPP dimu ene Bono regional chairman of the MPP Kwame Bafo aka Abronye se audio bia ya mabo ewie ya musi Ken campaign team another Ken akachi mo how e wo saa nsem e beto dwan ho ene sen
Name concern G, but like I said, and a house but it's a concern that we are raising. It's not really a problem, but it has more to do with with regards to the voter integrity and the sanctity of the electoral process. In a duty bound, and we are morally bound to make sure that a whole better feeling the can be added anymore. Now, party will be a more energy the process or the system that we are running. And the party for the process was skilled and was not fast. Some people who say, in the person that did not battle, to be a promotion that near day, a bar, a buy. And so this, we are duty bound to also ensure that the candidate or your party for that could in the day. Do Chairman Mine Chairman Abroye, one way was very party people. One way regional chairman. The moment to regard the regional, in the history of the party, the neighborhood can see party the former shared Ashanti region on the full share. All our chairman. And also won't be in the crown, the cumulative, one more members of National Executive Committee and almost members of the National Council. That bodies we organs or bodies in the party in terms of decision making more they were it's normal open I don't want to be developed. They could free that party before you are one more ordinary senior members of the party. That means when say a tree at here and your casa a here and your casa didn't come over. And yet, Casa, you a day and Coso, about party. The Casa didn't see any in Basia, and know how the party. And then tonight, and movie say, and that can assemble crap, but like minded people who believe that some kind of we are employing on the party to condemn it publicly. Once the party natural can't distancing themselves from it. But distancing themselves is not enough. As a Ghana, Obia Kosiku, Abu Obiakun was what distance of the Ghana Police Service. No, it's not enough. You have to condemn it and beyond condemnation and so on. What's actually across. Now, so in this same regard, we are saying that there should be public condemnation. That party for the regime said, "Adia, before Casa Moka and beyond the public condemnation and so on." That's my answer. Kind of say one more for go through all the appropriate disciplinary structures and disciplinary procedures. So the way if I don't be able to say, party in the Asia can be as and can be as if I don't be able to say, or a party, maybe a year, you Casa and Muhammad party and Kamu. Maybe class a salary also the perception that we people already have said and party we have more leadership structure now. 1% we are a day central election and my power. Because I if I can look at winning the election newly, but people may not want to come on board to help because it's your Muslim said, won't to me the money on your mouth, you may have a mind. So that is the basis here. We are calling for that condemnation, public condemnation, and of course, they invited to go through the necessary disciplinary procedure because it's a clear anti-party conduct, anti-party behavior, which is a clear contravention of our party's constitution.
Na sa condemnation now per se ba publicly no o free MPP as a body sanka MPP for the National Council of Elders International no more for paper bimbra and as a move free why ho
the national leadership of the party so many penny for
okay
when you are saying we should condemn it should come from them
niente mi business and say anope letter ebeto dwa say MPP condemn sa act for these two chairmen chairman Abronye any chairman untumi yene owura Justin Kodua ekasa in fact ono an ni sasha sakrata yase na Magjerry bisa no say sa kratai efri MPP National Executive Committee ho anaso say ono na odeba no say ono anadwen ntina say we na General Secretary pe na odi sakrata betodwa ntina ma me bisa sa question no
General Secretary doesn't act for himself, he acts for the party. And at the end of the day, even though it may not be an organ's decision or a certain body's decision in the party, certainly the actions and inactions, omissions, and BBR, it binds the party. He did it in the name of the party. So, on the General Secretary for himself, he's the General Secretary for the party.
Okay. Itina se krata betodwa musom na mu makase anka asotwe bi ebeto aso
o se krata betodwa the party only distance itself from it but there has not been any condemnation of it also bet what you want at the one so that the what I say okay you want to say condemn it what I say maybe a can but at the end of the day it is our view there. I mean, sometimes, even in the interest of the party, parties only image, sometimes you publicly condemn some of this or transit and conduct, even to clear certain perceptions and give you the image that you deserve. Now, they are called the point. They say, I said, I could promote to one candidate. People are saying, now, no, I go for the nomination. Your social handles, promote to one other candidate. You move because I would say a mistake. But the argument is that if it was a mistake, I didn't have a mistake. Look, about the nomination, mine is a mistake.
The following day, no.
Dr. Luchu Moko file, mine is a mistake.
Yeah.
That Dr. Luchu, Dr. Babian Kwako, no must be a mistake. Mistake with one more yard of money, they should be consistent with the mistake. But the mistakes does not have to always favor one candidate with the other. So, and even in that regard, let's have normal focus in our. Why don't we then publicly condemn? Apart from distancing yourself, then you summon them through the judicial or another disciplinary process. But after General Secretary, I mean, whom I so much respect, I mean, he's been more legalistic, which I agree because that is also the requirement of the Constitution anyway. But I say, come on, if you have a Constitution here, some of the press conferences we do probably we have to be writing petitions to the appropriate headquarters or even the president of Ghana and not necessarily to writing petitions. But I know that people are not happy, and I hope and expect that people are exploring also petitioning the national leadership in that regard.
Enti until say party no ebeye sa na say moanya information bia na moanti bibia say party no akondeme na asanso ebia o ma prefer some disciplinary bi o mo disciplinary mo a ebe ha adwen na say mo kan akache no den na mo beye
you never know you go out to one or to be the petition after no mo buta no mo saka then it will be then incumbent on them to act on it. So we don't want to jump ahead of the gun. We are exploiting all means to address this issue because we should say somewhere in faith. A good party don't pay. And it's the other party to the party. We do not want to out of such precedent.
Na mamimbi so anye bia mu jidi se obi betumi manipulate mo abon amode beto about 2026 31st January no.
I mean the theory of impossibility they say it will be to improve you. But how did we come from 169 to 137 and 137 to 87 now? It was because of album we so America who you may feel we see me call your man to we say about na no pa you can say you call your turn on. I mean these are all the ways. So people then are born or who grievances. Yeah, we see any man as support. Then election the question control and secretary. So these are all some of the things that could be possible. And it's not made that those comments are not just being made by any ordinary person. If the party themselves feel to be intimidation, then there's no way they started themselves from it because after all, it's a big comment. Why are they responding to a big comment? But they envision that those comments are needless, they are reckless, they are unnecessary, and they shouldn't have even been made in the first place. I'm sure that's why even in the first place, someone stands almost. So as to whether or not we believe somebody by I want to ask you something. I want to say that the album was prepared for to favor Dr. Barbia. Me, Okasa, how will I dispute it if I don't have any contrary evidence to that effect? And he's not made particularly an ordinary party person. He's a chairman of that Asante. How then do I say that someone cannot work? Especially for support to be a one more deal to me, which me actually the narrative. So he might as well be able to, just like he probably may also be able to.
Okay. And the Ura Kwesi Kwatin, it be see her. Yes, so yeah, that's Yane Ura Kwesi Kwatin, or yeah, spokesperson for Kennedy Ohini Ejapong. Abidjafo no so atenase Benjamin Asari of the MPP owaha na Apia Buedi Nurturing ono so waha no and Richard Suma of the MFC ono so atenase. Rich akwaba
me that's brother me and they wat na akonya kese no mu
wow sha me papa se me nsha ne mpaboa nti ma she
ya judi pa wana we no for God country
odame
akwaba
bibia boko say oman na reset no egusua e de nyama tutu ye
okay
obehun say I think about a week ago just last week in Mampenyi call UN General Assembly oti the call so a very powerful message by John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency say Africa is now of age. I was seeing to me a kind to my boy the at least a seat at the UN Security Council. Until most of the things he said were things that were able to resonate with the African countries. Actually, say Africa is now of age. Until the reset agenda is actually on.
Okay. Until they say you better set the whole world the crown is.
Oh, Odame, the attorney say you say aggressive fianopa. Me a political historian.
Okay.
Oshe Niama Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ma Ghana the beacon of the hope of Africa. That is the same thing John Dramani Mahama is doing. I actually say better late than never.
Okay.
See Africa, Oshe the population of the world. John Mahama said by 2050, the population of the world will be Africa. Until there is no way in the Council of Security, Africa should be excluded. I think there is no way.
And a good call. A good call.
Yes.
Benjamin sorry. Ben.
Adame.
Akwaba.
Aminua. Bibi aboko.
Boko na ohuye.
Oh, ba de adaroma. Onama afam ene sunsuma afam nyina no. Bibi aye boko.
De hu ase.
Okurukura ye de. Ne ya omu ane se president ato abayi na otinukuru mu a ontime nka no koraji so watukwae tukwae ku obi ma so de a ohu nokore ba otinukuru mu de a nokore pa de nokore de ade ye fita ose ye tuntum eno ne ade a yewura John Dramani Mahama
wa yeden
se wani tu ya se okọ UN Assembly a ye ma na kwanya se onkasa eduru economy no ho no oma Ghana ni wiase nyina ate ase se the effect of COVID-19 aha oman no enye no dia ka yegina yie before elections ye kasa asem na kire no nyina na yewura John Dramani Mahama se enye no kore na ye ma ye mfa nkọ nkọhye COVID se COVID no na ama ahokyere kɛse aba bɛda
economy satan not onia bem
nti unia bem dia na unia bem ne ye ka de
oba ye ne we hu paper trail
na ye ka wo te wo bem no a ye ka no kore kyerɛ no unim enso wo se ye boa enye no kore na kyerɛ sɛ nipa yi yewura John Dramani Mahama uji ni di wo kwan bi so a enye yi
sabre no na nkrata nkura no
ne nkrata nkura na sɛ wo ka bibia uni fata ye ka ho azem
o sande wo na wo kan timi pa na magye die
enti wonyi ni na wo wagina so de ateki advantage na wanya electoral fortunes de ama wo side because afei de wo baba mu a wo so se ne na ye ka no
enti se ni pa no wo nkrata yesi krata so ntwa nkontompo
enti wo twa nkontompo abla no wo hu nkrata
yesi wo twa nkontompo
na ni nyina so ne de
onji MPP aban ni ndi
odame
statistics
aye wo mamu ha MPP na ya na say statistical service for na ye
amuno mbeka say covid na ma
economy yes because statistical service for omu figures omu de ba ne e kire say and say odame na we dey say odame we dey tia na metia na say Richard say what is so ka say covid na nya zuzu aso we ye economy no so ade ye den no koka World Bank at the bank's statement and then a president kwaji to
say to the gallery.
So Odame you be on ma you be pardon near the channel but yes say politicians say ye pe to me mu aba ye nsusu nkasa na ye den ya wunya to me na the reality no will catch up with you.
Okay.
Hey, bench
Benjamin Asari of the MPP. Na wote ya oti kakra bo President John Dramani Mahama nichirin una wa bem enti UN na ye koe no ehun sunsuaso papa ben na as oman Ghana yebenya
ma memfa nchi akese ma ye mampanyi oti akonya so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and then Miami boss Prekope, the Minister for Government Communication, the Honorable Felix Kwatio Fosu. Na menchia 2 MPs bia they are doing so well in their constituencies. The Honorable Abdul Latif Dan, Ablikuma Central Constituency.
Okay.
And the Honorable Joanna Jankujo of Memphis Central, Western Region. Omo boy Juma Yepa. Odame ye kase UN ekubatan Eba wiase after the Second World War.
Okay.
In 1945. The reason for the UN is very, very simple. Say wiase ama nyina be come ho bom. Na eniema emma development enkoso no ye be kasa de etia. Until for example poverty, hunger and war. In as much as the UN replace the League of Nations and it say there will be no any outbreak of a Third World War. Because when say in 1914 and 1918 in the First World War, in 1935 to 1945, 39 to 45 in your Second World War, na sebi emwa, probably no more call akon. Somebody will ask na Ghana de yeni obi ankon de. Now so now we were colonized by the white people. You know, say British ekwa akon na ye support omo in terms of logistics and manpower. And ti ubisa mi generally say UN course no then a mind as Ghana the say world leaders are supposed to meet every year and to be able to engage in Georgia or see say in Semben and a course wo wiasa man or see etumi hwani etumi so ano. And for example me fano on the point of view of Africa the American say unim say Africa is seen as a developing continent. Say over Europe, over the Americas, Australia, and Asia, Africa, continent, said area. It's answer with regards to leadership. Yenko enimbebre. Adia Africa to me corruption, bribery, and most importantly, bad leadership. And one of the major things are say we General Assembly now. I afford the chance. They say other world leaders will be there. And the sharing of ideas, and to share the General Assembly, the President of US Ekasaye, other presidents from other continents and countries.
Yes.
And one of the major things in going to these conferences and summits, they say, ubehundia air course with different countries and continents. Now, ye mampenia said, you'll be able to learn from advanced democracies. And to share other advanced countries say kasa about how we can use AI in helping, the countries to grow. Now, Ghana and other African countries are kobino. A boy may any chance and so edgy ideas at the buyer members here. Into the first thing is when ideas are being explored by other leaders, you are able to also pick same and bring it to your country. The second thing, so they say, a man who quine, Emma who express it in Yama Sebi air culture or memu and our continents. One of the things Africa ye pa Osha His Excellency Jomama Khan was say Africa a continental esunye pa. Say oya projections eko wonima one penny kan by 2050 now the population of Africa will be growing. Enti means Romy kan like I say the future is for Africa. So if the future is for Africa, now you have permanent members on Security Council. Now at least I was here to mean one African country and answer Africa to me can boom. No membership. Thank you very much, Medasi. Because you see, say your numbers, your resources now. Now you decide we should be able to be part of what decision making.
Internet says this General Assembly the 80 years. As Africa, any seat, Nemum African countries, just to go and
express themselves, share ideas, pay dues. You see, so we share the responsibility towards UN. UN is run by the dues of members, all the members. In as much as, like I said, US contribute massively to the sustenance of the UN. African countries also pay dues to that. And I believe, it's about time. One thing, we should be able to shift from the status quo. And yet, the Bia na obehuna Kenya President Kasa, Malawi President Kasa, ma fantastic speeches. You see, Odame say me come any kwechira. Na me share from 1957. Ediba until 1966, 24th of February. Ye two Nkrumah Bangu ya. Na ye ka omanya na sebe the star of Africa na Ghana. Enti sa ohwe mpo before Nkrumah was overthrown in the Far East Vietnam, Hanoi, your friend said, Uncle Hononko Diasem, non fast from Jimbra.
Okay.
And if Kwame Nkrumah at that time, your best friend said, Uncle Hanoi in Vietnam, Far East, say, so many years after independence, Ghana and Africa should be able to move forward.
Okay.
In same business, Sudan, any other African countries are 77 to Sudan. Most of the leaders in Africa can say, you and to mint now, Emma war and Kosovo Sudan. Na sebe in Kwara Munimshe, a coming to me diomo, na omonfia yin crampano mu. You see, inti some of these conferences, make us say, what leaders ninim, say you must say Koso. But you see, if people look you in the face and they tell you what you need to know, so our conscience most of the times you decide on what you have to do. And I believe, sir, your cohort dear, into a banner with reference to infrastructure, so there were a lot of, institutions. We have the IMF, we have the FAO, food organizations, and others. And Africa the opportunity to be able to explore all these international agencies. You see, one of the negative things are a course in Africa. I think, sir, you as a media personality, me as a political activist, and even Obia. The transatlantic slave trade.
Okay.
But so many years. Mature government, mature history in English. Anytime I teach the topic, the transatlantic slave trade, nobody can convince me, say, one of the reasons why Africa is so impoverished is because of the fact, say, you have the active manpower. And they were transported to Americas and the New World. I always tell my students, the trade was also called the triangular trade. Give me a chance to educate listeners a bit. Triangular because the Abrafoni and say, almost discover a place in the New World, that is America. And Omuhu say that particular land is very fertile for sugarcane, for tobacco, and other products. What they did was that almost finished goods from Europe, UK, and the others. They brought the finished goods into Africa and exchanged those finished goods with human beings, slaves. And they were transported to the Americas and the New World.
Okay.
Other media see and they say they were able to pick the able-bodied men and women.
Oh yeah.
Omo youthful brackets, leaving behind the very, very young and very old. And the fact of the matter is that young crop for developing America, ACC are dying, constructing railway lines, ACC are quino. Now Africa was impoverished. Almost also by the fire gold edekoye. On the fire, your resources, bauxite and manganese. And to some of this conference, a chance to be able to talk about reparation. Say, more fadekoye. More advanced. What we are due as Africans, we should be given. Mampenye bosso.
And say you gold ne bauxite ne why okay still a biwa. You see, I don't yen tunu kwa paso.
Yanko ponchira oye podame. Entina me ye can't issue about Galamsey. Me can't with a lot of passion because me free Galamsey area or mining area. Me was saying from Takwa to Prisia to Asenko to Mansour Menfi, the land is blessed with gold. Over the years, yenya gold fields, yenya Anglo gold. Yeah. Only to gold, the benefit to this particular people, no, is very minimal. Yeah. And to me, say as an individual, I believe so much. Say, see a small scale mining in a year. Na time mufone benya hon faso na abo omwa nka de papa. But the enya say yebe say nsuo aside forest reserve. And I believe strongly say Manpenyi boss say the Europeans should be able to bring back some of the profit they got from Africa. Thank you, Odame. Say if you go to Europe now, those who engage in the slave trade are not the ones who are there.
Yes, they are out there and gone.
Thank you very much. But the fact is that you can't say a Japadia. And don't say you are making it all. Your father can work so well and you come and enjoy. And I believe, sir, John Dramani Mahama, he spoke to the sensibilities of the white people, telling them, sir, yeah, we have nothing against you. Because at a point in time, the slave trade ended because UK or Britain spoke against it. Only the two things by, only the two treaties by, I think the Equipment Treaty and the Reciprocal Search Treaty. Let me explain briefly. UK can say, we cannot be inhuman to Africans. And to reciprocate means that say she be free as France, by Africa. Now she be free Africa. I belong to the British, France. They can all set their ship to sea. Say, you need any slave shackles or chains in them to prevent the slave trade. But almost also can say, with the Equipment Treaty, no, it was almost sure no who say there are no slaves on board. Crampona, there are equipment there. It means the intention is to engage in slave trade. And I believe, say, at a point in time, the missionaries, the Quakers, and the likes, they all spoke against the slave trade. But the fact remains, say, Africa is underdeveloped, partly because of the fact that there was slave trade. Of course, Ashanti Kingdom and other areas are almost for gold, almost for a lot of mineral resources. Currently, no, they are trying to bring all of them back. Ebanesa, am I a chance to go to the UN and speak to them? Say, we have not come to fight with you. You are advanced in terms of technology. You are rising to that same pedestal. But I believe, say, the injustice that happened in Africa so many years ago due to the slave trade, no, the whites should be able to reason with Africans and at least the support they can give to Africa for us to rise on our feet, they should rise. And you see, we share the atmosphere in the conference room. Tamana, His Excellency John Makasana. It was superb. Many people have likened the president to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You see, and to speak truth to power in such a manner, it takes few leaders to do so. And I believe
this is not the first time African president be akasa ewo UN. So what's the difference?
Na oka asema papa na still ntie na open yi abagusu aka. Hoping say at a point in time whatever you have said will make an impact. That is why he made mention say yenya at least a seat for Africa on Security Council. Na yenyi the veto power say yewo my bebre ewo wiase afa na nyina na only 5 people can just veto say nipa 1000 akasem
we take decisions.
Thank you very much. Yeah, call left. Monkwasi and call right and we have 5 and 6 pen near Dimochi. I think say when all these things happen, there will be peace in the world. Mampenyin so kasafa basabasa across to Israel and other areas, Syria. You see, sir, if there will be development, you can never take out peace. And I believe, sir, if the world leaders will be able to ensure, sir, they will move in full force. Because Mekadebia said, when there are battles, when there are wars, any part of the world, you can never say, sir, you can have a Ghanaian who finds himself there. He'll be caught in the crossfire. They see what Kenya say. There were Ghanaians who died.
Even Israel.
They see what Israel, yes. And quite recently, I think something was Russian-Ukraine war.
Yeah.
There were Ghanaians who were caught in the crossfire. Now, we cannot even account for those people. And I believe, sir, speaking on these three most important issues, Africa having a rep on the council, also for us to be able to tap into the expertise of advanced countries, you know.
Until say Africa benya rep our council no so no. Yankas Africa yentumi ye bibia mbwaya ye ho. Because all these things you are saying, in fact, who kasapa but instead we are many on yarding to the extent say aden Africa say yen that ne yeso be Africa. At least so mo beji gold bi kwa. So mo je enfa nsu esi we me example a. On beji we koi. So we have more here. I so to me attend ye ho around with those things. Aden yet now say bro ni no samba ye bibia nsa na Africa.
There is no way I'll disagree with you. On say me can say one thing about Africa form here bad leadership.
Yes, in terms of we should sit up.
Thank you very much. We should talk to ourselves in Africa, but when we go out there, we should be able to also speak to the extent that they will come to our aid and help us to be able to develop. You see, in Nkrumah Kansembi, and I always like this particular statement. As someone can, you know, we took it for granted. Or say the independence of Ghana is meaningless
until
it is linked up with the liberation of the whole African continent. Most African leaders are selfish. I'll say it raw without mincing words. The fact is that instead of say idea benefit the whole citizens, you know, you share your party for, you share your friends and cronies. Go to Nigeria, go to Liberia, go Egypt. Most of the things are any violence, any war, any resources, because you can't resources power. Africa is blessed.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is that the leaders, most of them, are not governing well. But one thing too is for sure. You see, Odame, it is the people that give the president the mandate. The people's mandate is very strong. Let me say this. You see, so I'm for sorry. I'm not calling for any coup d'etat. I'll never do that. I'm not calling for any violence.
No, we are only demanding.
But yes, but when the people demand legally what must be done, it will be done. Because when all media houses are saying one thing, Ghana for 32 million, you can the same thing. Not only few in government are saying one thing now. Our power can override them. But the fact is that most people in the country are compromised. Or I mean, there are media people who will not speak against a government because they get their tips.
Thank
you. There are also people who are just common citizens. But because they get something small from the politician, they have also been compromised. And the fact is that Africa, the people in Africa, we have gotten the leaders we want because we are not proactive enough to demand for accountability. That's why I'm happy, sir. In 2024, Ghana forecast say MPP are buying air book almost say or mine. MPP are buying Okwa Jubilee House. That was a citadel of Galamsey. This particular man here, his own, a leader. It can be said the economy. Leaders of their party, they all say same. But Omantia Siena, Omoya de Mupeno, Ghana for Chiro say the power is in our hands. And I always say, for example, if my own government and my own party at that honum a projected plea bargain as against or I can't me can't be on major stations. I at now why I say Beba, we are going to retrieve all stolen loot. Now you're into me and yet now we sit down under the cloth of law, say we can sit down with the thieves or the alleged criminals. Now they bargain, pay 40%, 60%, and they get scot-free. Ghanaians are never going to forgive us. That is why I agree with my secretary that the own people in our political party are sitting down with the alleged thieves in MPP. That will be the beginning of our end. And the fact of the matter is that at the UN, we must commend John Dramani Mahama for the bold statement or put it across in the just ended assembly at the UN.
Okay. Nichirin Apia Buedi and Otinin can from the NDC. Uncle Ben.
Oh, that's
UN General Assembly.
Yeah.
If I should ben pana or mine Ghana. Yenye free say yakwa mekai bezekufu suko jina ho suko kan yanso yebo nse man sa isnende e man pani John Dramani mama suko du wonu mu a yebo nse mani.
Yeah, that's Binuya Buedi right. Apia Buedi. Na kasa ne bi o honom dodo na amene ne yadwe. O be wie no no wasa bibia. Makasa kama. Ama obi ehun se yewura oko UN no akasa yie. Na enye ono nko a obi obeko ho bia no okasa yie.
Oh yeah.
Ema yehun se omo show leadership
Mugabe kra kasa what
nonsense. The bus stop at us.
Yes.
Ye koka de wo hokra na ye shebre kese ni nyina wo yensem ti ye kone ye command 9 speaks no wo honom a ye ba den ne ye minu yi kasa ye yan kasa na ya na ye tititi ye ho ema abrofo no omunya ye because ye wo opposition a ye pese ewiase nyina hu say the sitting government no wo ye demonic wo ye corrupt niema bi wo honom a oya ensem fata ebi wo honom so kra na nya nokre. And those they always take advantage of Saniema na koso wo mamu han, especially baby a bedro ye galam say hu niema ya koso yi. Still on say na menua na ka say yes. Niema ye de hu hye mu ana ye na Ghana fo ka ye ntie ene omo kire ye bibi kakra. Menua yes. Munya tumi na mo bae no. Saniema na koso na mo complain ye no. The same thing na mo so mo ye. Kamo ba ye na mo aba be ye bibi different dia ka abrofo no be hu se no se de ye nyini e wa manyosemu but yes still entro na mudi wo opposition aba ora operation recover all loot na loot na wa he fa se na mo won ne na mo ka ne ye no kure pa ye wo 9 months still a ye ntimi hu se nsem na mugina abonten kan ye gina simpio so kan against Nanado Danko Akufo Addo aban a mode sa ora ne bae na akosi sei
chairman of the group ora no eye Kujato Ablakwa e the report akoma president so abu echira ma attorney general guzo a ohwehwem
ne kosi sei odame the we a omusi kasa wa ha e fa expert committee mu hu dios we bi omode te committee no ye bo Martin Pekudin ye so wono ye lawyer Kukudam ni akwa former auditor general dom level ni akobo ni COP Kofi Boache say ye kan ya ma ni ye hu say within 3 months sam crofo na omo abo omo din ye so omo na ye corrupt omo awi o minister to the extent say okuje to abraka ka kire ye say sika ye pedi abo o man no ho bra for the whole year no e yade a sika no ye jisika orade be maye no kra na ebeso abroso nti ni kwa se o man no kra kokobobosia wo ba bi ba enso akosi sei ni nyina ye niema o mu take advantage of us say ye kasa president ko ye wakoma 9 speech because yes no kure mu no ensem ni bi wo hono ma wo kae no wo hono ma wutim se okoso leadership e kasa yie ba ko mienu bi wo ho a memene ne nyadwen enso no largely o hwe ne nsem na okokae na yet a fete leader say obekwa akọ make such speech e wo hono ama agina wo man anim akọ kasasa na mmom no ye ba fia ni ama politics na didi ye trim na entro e course ro ba ye nyina no ye didi ye nua because opetumi mu aba enti se wonye akra na ose waye enne the reality na ya na ye ka ho asem no eno na aka che up with ye wura John Dramani Mahama on Galamsey as say ye so mu ba bia me nua yi say o man na wudi o mo so no se o mo tintasu akire na se dodo na e kan kasa ba ko a esese wudi o mo kasa na ye dey e ye dwuma
okay
odam me no kase wo mamu a almost 90% CEOs Catholic Bishop Conference for nyina say yan call it state of emergency
president say ye kasa ye utilize all avenues ekodru pepper so say e declare
odam me say na ya na kan na me no argue no That time now no opposition now all calling for state of emergency no.
President Mahama.
Yes, all calling for state of emergency no. Now I say ya exhaust sad nneɛma na ɛsi ɛyɛ ne nyinaa ne ayɛ wie until the last resort a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ wɔ ɔman mu a is to call state of emergency and unim nipa koro make ɔma public statement first wɔ ɔman mu a ɛyɛ yɛwura ama Kofi Bua ɔno na kan ne first sɛ baabi a yɛduro no deɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ calling for state of emergency ɛna nyame nkyɛ deɛ John Dramani Mahama yɛwura baabaa mu no wɔn wayɛ land minister land and forestry minister ameboa so what stop him sɛnea no ɔdwen wɔ opposition no ɔbɛ activate sɛsi ama ɔman no atɔ
yɛn na ɔka kyerɛ ne president and the president di ano yi aba sɛ mmerɛ nso yi
yɛdi agorɔ wɔ ɔman mu ha ɛno na ama yɛte ha nom a yɛka global UN asɛm a ɔmo ateki yɛ for granted saa yɛka asɛm baako
80 good years
yes yɛka asɛm baako na even Security Council kora ɛwɔ UN kora no for 30 years a yɛ preach saa for permanent seat ɛwɔ hɔ kora yɛnya bi because we are not united. Yɛ ankasa yɛtimi kɔkɔ hyɛ aborɔfo n'akyi na ɔmo use against our own people. Eti yɛbɛda ni akɔyɛnim. Eti yes, wakɔ making nice speech. Obi abɔ n'aba so, metie ma abɔ n'aba so. Na no me tie ne live, me hwɛ ne Facebook live. A kyerɛ sɛ na mani agye sɛ yɛ president ɛna ɛkasa sa. Ba ɔkasa wi a ekosi sɛ. Yɛba fi a ekosi sɛ. Sɛ yɛba ikura ya ɔba ka yehu ye oh okay makwakwa kusua bibia ba president wɔwɔ one term nti na Ghana fo dodo na timu sɛ wɔyɛ obi a wɔbɛka ɔman na bom na wɔyɛ nneɛma a ɛbɛ benefit ɔman na ame akɔ yanim
na wɔtumi ayɛ nsakrai
na wɔyɛ nso wɔba yɛ bibie ni wɔnom a wɔyɛ a as a leader na wɔkɔ kɔtena ase no yɛbɛka sɛ wɔsua bibi foforo bi ɔde ba reset ɔman no
yes reset agenda no wuhu hwi
tire mi bi adeɛ baako a yɛayɛ yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ba ya wayɛ a na eni hɔ koraa what thinking outside the box na wayɛ research na ma yɛ ho atɔ yɛ ebi ne deɛ Mahama kɛhwɛ so wɔsɛ Mahama kɛs ɛyɛ de adeɛ ɛyɛ de adeɛ Mahama kɛs na ɛyɛ de adeɛ ɛyɛ de adeɛ Mahama kɛ na ɛyɛ de adeɛ Chiremu sesi ana Ghana fo hu se Mahama care na o kan wasem no Ghana fo no de no mo anya firi ma ye de ade
man 30 seconds
there be me man onya ne time na obetimi de akyerechirem kama go ono ma ne 30 obefa 3 minutes enti onya ne time na on fa kyerechirem hwe ye penka bomu a ye betimi aka ye ho aba mo oman no yakọ yanim sese me no ka se ya se papa ye mu because ye hu se nipa bi ye Ghana se nipa bi it is a nip afekuo bi eye bibi na senya esese ye de mra eye adwumadi sankrofo no but other side nso ye bibi di a ye hu ne se omo de omo ye so special enti eni kwa se apply law no wo omo so na wo ye sa ne ma we ya oman ne beda akonanim odame oman ne beda akonanim ye tie nyina mpanimfo no omo nyina omo di akọ omo last eye ya miensa ye tie ni ya afefo youth na wo ho no ena oman no eba be se yensa enti so omo antoto ne ma yiye na se ye ya ma me take over na se ye bana foundation nya ebe ko say
na se generational thinkers
yes na se oman na se ya na se enti ye hia se ye benya unity ye be kan ye ho abom na omampani no oba fam sesi a onka hunu se oman ne kyekere no enyina afekuo bi nko a eye ye nyina na ese ye kabom because and some now woka opposition no unya CEO your friend say empanimfo bi ema wo support wo abra na wo opposition what you say and na wo ba abam no sa empanimfo na support wo na ankasa no omo ne wo to nwom baako sa nwom no na moto wo opposition and na ba omo ba abam no omo to sa nwom na kire wo se sa nwom no mfa nya adwuma nti ye koya na se ye bai nti yes ye hia enkabom
eno na ama Senyor Hozi Osu
yes okay politicians are liars or say we should hold the government responsible than the galamseyers na omo ho no na se mo kan o join news o te ho no osu because that time na all force so say ye be hwe ye be ye bibia fa galamsey no na stability level no stability level ewo ensuo no wokwanya akono na ye 14,000 that time na wo kasa no apeja ko nanim 94,800 enti wonzu Nasa or call it or catch a president to say on call it state of emergency. A president to say on yet because he has also near my sassy ye answer near drew. And so Satan no almost said that was the only solution I bet me.
This is a wusha and you may be or why yeah exhausted.
Nina ye. Sremadia president way ye and the fight galamsa na ye nyebi. The only thing is also no the warmer soldiers for na continue war. Osi soldiers na wa ha no on the omo akotena wuram na omo kura na ekoye galamsey no dodo
omo kobo ho ba mko fukratu
me say omo kura na ekoye no dodo because operation Garo stop ne ba ye no nye soldiers ni police for na manase nom ne erastros nom de report ba ye say omo kura mo ye campus kura se omo ye galamsey no eti bibia na ye bia no blue water guards amode bae. The only thing amode about most society say yeah the yellow and black and amode the blue and black asa difference in him. Mode no crowd om to so mu and so di omoko.
Enti mode na yellow water
yellow and black yellow water guards and omo about blue water guards.
Wait
no
na ya kase NDC ni MPP mu ye the same at the comment.
No the same unim bibi sa time na ye no. Na say omode akoma pa support yewura na nado danko akufuado na yeye ba yeye ku yanim no wo mo twe yesai and the same measurement na wo de ma ye no yesi de wo kan no fire adwuma we MPP NDC atem ye meka bibi fufuro bia president so oba within 120 days LI no 2462 no oba obeyi afiro enya sa na okan oba ya watene you tell say only free obium no amende na chese what the Ghana for ntro
o hihye ne ye
what you see who opposition no one kasa wo ba be hihye wo so wo ba obeyi free outright because eno ene mama for kwan mo ko forest ekoko to galamsey into obeyi free waba 120 days in a year 9 months what they call days ya bebre ye point ya kire asem we na wo kan ye yama ye ya we nya MPP NDC asem and now wo position no nkrofo a woni wo mo ye adwuma enne o mo ye cabinet minister including the president can say the only solution e betimi am fight galamsey no for us to call state of emergency ye ka kire wo say asem a wo kan ya Ghana for agi wutumu because wo ba no nsem no e social contract a wo ne Ghana for sign ye and wo mo hwe so no wo mo to abama wo nti wo mo say asem na wo kan no senyo o senum se fire adwuma a wo so wo mo ye henfo MPP for yenye MPP for ensem no a wo kan ye no no mu fi say na wo de anu ne mu yedu na do time no ne na wo fight no Ghana for hu say omode toto yewura John Dramani Mahama ene NDC nsem na omo kan no yade a Mahama de no wo soro enti yanto abama no na ne nsem na wo soro no wo ba onfa meye adwuma ne mo Ghana for na Ghana for koto abama obum okọ parliament sesi a omo asa ma wo MPs dodo emre bia wo de gu kwam a wo pese wo de fight galamsey ni bia unya challenge bia wo parliament na ne waka ne yese fire adwuma ye bonne ne sei iti we nye MPP NDC we ye NDC asem because ye prescribe medicine fufuro bia ma no ono a ne yare no
ono a ne
prescription na wo de buy no eno a ne yese wo mfa nya adwuma ye na ka MPP ye ka bibi fufuro dia obeka sa de na mo de mo teso no mo amfa sa ansem na mo ka no anya adwuma na yewura John Dramani Mahama bae na mo kire no so onye wei ye nka bi ye se de wo kan ya Ghana for dodo hwe so to abama ho no fa ye adwuma enti ye ba ye mamu ha no mo a leaders no they are not honest omo nka no kore Africa ha nyina ye leaders no omo hwe omo afu no omo abusua ene party na omo firi mu no eno no omo hwe na so obedwe wo man no ho afiri say odame wo de okra wo ye neutral wo ni party A and B ba wo ye Ghana ni enti ye cheche national cake na esese NDC ni ene MPP ni nya bia wo a wo nya manyoni no wo so esese wo nya bi eso ye ba ye nwene sa ne ma no ni aba be ye bibi different enti da bia no ye ba ha no ma NDC MPP ye se ye yepe ye ope kwa ba so ye nya pe and then this time around no ya adwin say ye go beyond any boundaries em kon kofa bibi fufuro bi e ma ye fa ye ewura ne manifesto na Ghana for dodo na agi tu mutu abama no ni ya kire no se we na aka so obeye oba ye se ene ne ye wo UN nti ye mpese ye de fufuro bi abeka ho ba ye leaders no omo disappoint ye omo fail ye ewura John Dramani Mahama over 4 years pe onye bibi because ohia omo biem ohia
Onya UN for any abrofo no onye omu biem. And the UN dey 8 kakra omo de bre omo say US for so omo afa koi. Omo de kwa omo fa nko. Ye be plan ne kwa ye be fa so a ye be boy ye ho bla. Enti kase so wo de 4 years we eye bibi different den hyehyeye akese a ehu ade to ho because he is not going to be accountable to anybody.
Too early for you demanding all these things.
Politics 1 year 9 months. And 1 year in politics.
So over 3 years to go. So
no problem. By the end say kai no. Say bibi wo ho no ma onye ne ntem because emre ni ho. What say when ya and wo 29th.
Yes, September.
Yeah, call October. Na ka say 2 months. Na afe no kwa wiye ye. Afe no kwa wiye ya. Politics na politically no ba Ghana ha. Ye amanyo 73 years. Because 1 year na be ka no political events ne eniema ye be ye edi nyina be kwa akoye politics. Nti so hwa naturally no say ye unya to me na only 3 years a wo de ye adwuma. Wo ye wura oba ye
3 years no so kra 3 years no so kra na fe no be for ministers appointment. Nti wo clear 2 years to work.
Nti ye papa no ye obi a na wa tasty power no wa witness wonim the way wo in and out. Nti wono no we different. Nti say wo compare ye wura Mahama abra oba now compare ba omi a so who say experience na naso because ye wura John Dramani Mahama when ya 5.5 years as a president.
Good.
Nti wono no o advantage ni bebre. Nti woto wono no wa ye ni nose no ode ba. Nti wono no de esese ye boni tuja na niam bi wo hono a ono ankasa ka kire Ghana fo no ye ma ne de ye adwuma eno ane ye pre. Nti yesre leaders na omo wo mamu ha no omo nwi Kurono and our country now almost supervisor no omunyi countries ne dache na omunya say and ye with short measures and na enkroma no ye ya can the motorway ye da we ki nya but what dey hwe apart from nkroma aban ho do abanyina apart from yewura kofo wo ye aflawo road eye abri nsawam road and ye da so fast we all other governments in the bar road be omu be bi ombe fra ba mu no na chese road na say iti ye nyin ko anim ye de ni nyina ye sesi ye eno so emwa motorway ye almost be say 40 years old 50 years ye da so nam so I say tutu kura utim say duration na ye de ye no ye nya ho mfaso wo bebre o hwe abri kwa ya kofo ye ya so da so pepepe ye bo ho ka ne ye but ayade a ye dwenhwe kan ene ye enye short term long term by ye bibia ne aye ne short na ye de anya vote wotena bi no obo se animanimu ya na de na sase ye sa ne ma we ya emwa ma oman ne nkonanim nti ye leaders ne ye sere omo speech a ko make wo ho no nice obi agitum ba wo ba fi a omra meye niema ebeboa wo man no na oman na fa ne ntima papura ba ye bona ba so say largely no nsem no okoka apart from economy na okoka ya
na ni okoka wo ho no abrofo mbetie
omo tie dai omo no ni omo adwea ne se ni omo benya free Africans ho no omo hwehwe enti so obemma usika no oka kire o se sika we ya mede ma no to ya ne be 20 years a oboa osese 20 years no ani sika obenya free ho na eye ni ode ama no be se times 4 enso ye yes ye ya ni ani age yetime kwaji loan eba ni ababa ye party say aban we yetime akwa kwaji loan enye se discuss ye yo yakobo bosia ye betu ya no
keno frata sem na wo kan
enye kan obi aye bi ye wura atames okwaje IMF loan buy oduru airport wa anu wase asedan kanyame se ne me call ye no me nsa koka
say one two party and we ye kenke party our finance ministry
ebi ani o be ya na afi ma kirekirim na kwaye MPP NDC asem ye kirekirim wie nso a wo se ya ye MPP NDC enti chezo obi anto party no a obi de o ka say ye na abrofo na sese ya ma ye sika na enye the same thing wakwaje bosia ya fa nchewo wo beduru ya wo se ye na wo mo ase ye na Russia fo ni German fo ni wo mo ka ho na ase because omo ama ye bosia ye wura John Ajekum kufo okoye no oba ye otimi se ono o declare ye ho epic no e ka ne ye de cheye
yeah
enti wono no wo bakra beto party a odi to because sika kese a ne da ho no ye de ye ka ni nyina cheye no ofura ba mu no ne ka ye de nyina na
kufo kra one to party
one to be na kufo no onye MPP ni
MPP ni
na kana Furiata no onye MPP
on the oye kenke party
ono onye MPP ni
oye MPP ni
Odame that's that. Richard in the time with the over the time we need never pon 4:30. You ever pon 4:30.
Richard Suma of the MFC.
That's not what you own your party.
Movement.
Richard
Suma of the MFC.
Oh, Richard Koso.
Ben Anana Nwesi. Yes, 40 41. Inti enka 10 minutes. Aka 20 minutes. Inti onu no 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Inti I'm so force no. Me kram you if your mom hint is like misanchia no. Na me man akwaba.
Oh, Sharu na omuni aye UN until you mami come as na why.
Richard Suma of the MFC.
Yo. Ofadami Mr. Mufa kwenya wesu na machia. Apimpin for omutie o awia we ni me co-panelist. Then the entire production team of NIT FM away. Na machia Honorable Alan Kojo Chiremantain. Na masanchia all the leadership of the movement for change. The Enchebebre ebia week we no Sambeka a provisional license as a political party. Na afide ya tutu yeniama ye na ya position ye ho. MPP de gua na egu de bia. Na kwanso esangu dem.
MFC say MPP gua mo ho betom.
Oh, say there your person dislodge one of the duopoly no.
Okay.
And TCC no say you go for the weakest. And to shemu TCC no MPP na Omoye the weakest among the duopoly because Omo to Omuniama ye. So we'll capitalize on it and then we'll pack them somewhere. And then the two major political parties will become us and then the governing NDC.
Oh, okay.
Now they not musuma prick across Oma Bekaya. Yo, Father, me start on this issue of the UN. No.
Yes.
UN assembly going is a waste of time. It's ridiculous. It's exercise in futility. In Faswabia anything for Africans. It's just a talk shop. It has been like that over the years. And now uko UN uswa uko kasa because you are not a major contributor to the United Nations administrative functions and to assembly or kabiano or mufan and you know sometimes I would expect that our president should sit in the Jubilee House contribute to the UN General Assembly rather than taking about 10, 15, 20 people, buy tickets for them, Mubetina Hotel.
Rich, what's it then?
10, 15. I'm just average. Assuming someone average. Meaning, say Ghana Kramu and Fan Kokra, at least about 40, 50 people. I heard that Togo even sent just about 2 people. But Ghana sent a lot of people there.
List now for the Fosu the Bano is different from list or Koi.
Yeah, so a hypocrisy. And then the ability to just go and speak to the gallery and make fanfare. The Ghanaians are suffering. Our people are struggling. Bread and butter issues are there.
MPP time. And you cry the bobo.
Unemployment is there.
And so, bank of one thing. Okay, was it my thing?
Was it? Oh, my rich and treasure.
And you know, you can't cry and my who say. You and the said you are my senior broker from an academic perspective. There, Yebeka say it's a grouping of all countries. Say Yebeka assemble Baku say will prevent further wars and further escalations and all these things. But ask yourself, that Ben and Russia and Ukraine war will start here. Is it not over 2 years?
Oh,
has the United Nations been able to do anything about it?
Nothing.
Zero. The attack on Gaza by Israel. You finally say somebody breach your safety or security as a country. That's a 1 kasa 1 to 2 nyama ye. You finally say your Chrome where na Togo infiltrate into our system and breach our security. Why do you blame the Togolese? You blame yourself because 1 to 2 nyama ye. 2 to 2 nyama ye anka Togo should not have the means to breach your security. So say Israel to na Hamas breaching the security. Now, kokun what give Israel that unfettered right? Say they can be killing children, killing young women, elderly women. Now they are throwing rice every yemu and mona rice no better for ma. Nani angwiani nyina there and mix it. Are they not all created in the image of God? Did God create some out of stone, create some out of wood, and create some out of clay? No. And to the cost we are seeing, the UN even made a resolution said what is going on a genocide. They should stop the war. What happened? US throw it all away. US veto it and so what is the essence of the United Nations in the first place? Because we are United Nations. Now more to me be and UN should be the first person to stop this nonsense and barbaric activity that is going on in Gaza. But have they have that capacity to do it? No. So if our president goes there, now Koka Brofua Kesia John Dramani Mahama as a president, you know, him say, or you're a great communicator. He speaks to issue. John Mahama is not a coward. The way Ohuan Semnu, San Oede, Obekanu. And to your Jinidi say, dear John Mahama, Koka any day, any choir sununu, Wakoka the SOD, Onka, so that Africa, we can think or look within ourselves and then try to take our own destiny into our own hands. Yeah, well, Cromway, and several years ago, you can say you be ECOWAS. Now you do one common currency. Yanka.
Yes.
Now you do ECO. ECO see say ABC and SASM no kwati hu asem bio.
Still in the pipeline.
In the pipeline. Yes, we need a seat on the Security Council. Are we going as a bloc, or it is South Africa who will be on the seat, or Nigeria and Africa and Kasanu yen pay hu hypocrisy, the wickedness, the self-centeredness.
The ECOWAS no okay ECOWAS one branch.
ECOWAS they are West Africa here, economic countries of West Africa. Like
but Africa can come together and elect one leader.
But will they agree? When Kwame Nkrumah was talking about African unity, because everybody wants to be president, to say like US, all the 51 states have come together and give powers to the governors.
Yeah.
Okay? And then the executive power is vested in the president.
Yeah.
So that president have a superseding power over all the governors, even though say all the states are still independent.
Yeah.
They take their decisions on their own. But you cannot do it on your own unless the what do we call it? Washington DC, unless national comes into it. And in the air can say you and the Asen Papa John Mahama about to say he has called the world leaders out, especially about Gaza and about what is going on in Ukraine and all these things. But then my good brother was talking about the fact that slave trade. I heard the president talk about restitution, reparation. Look, Oka assembly, and I'm person be some my senior brother, and my colleague brother said, look, before the white man, let's forget about Africa. Let's talk about Ghana, Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Before the white man came to Gold Coast, were we developed?
No.
Can we beat our chest and say that proud to the coming of the white before we signed the bond of 1844? This was our level of development, zero.
Yeah.
Our people, they were interested in saying, Yakoduya Banchi, Yakoduya Kondomre, Yakoduya Way, or move from what, no more for heavy, and impregnate their wives, born children. That is what we're doing. And we're only fighting among ourselves. And then this tribe is fighting the other. That tribe is fighting another. We take interest in all these ridiculous and useless things. So when the first ship landed in Azim area, they say, oh, Charlie, this is a fertile territory. There are things there. You see, when you don't know where you are going, Ushabia or Kwai say, oh, me call Peace FM. Oh, and now me should share Peace FM. Now, you don't have an idea of where Peace FM, I bet me catch also Peace FM crowd and in around Adenta.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Because you have no idea of where you are going. But if you have a basic idea, now you can so Adenta, but catch also, oh, there be you. Minister Peace FM there in around Circle Honum, and then I'll catch him and say Adenta. That means at least you have an idea of where you are going. But Africa and Gold Coast, we had no idea. We're only interested in the Banchia, Pressia, and Brodia, Pressia, and his same chieftaincy and juju related issues. That was what we were noted for. So when the white man came, the white man knew, say, you have human resource that is wasting. You have gold. Those days, do you know that even our chief don't even know what gold was meant for? Yeah, penny for Musika, Cockroach, Yashi, Omokata, Eshompasi, Obi to form their shell. Obi got on so brewer. Now I tell you because he doesn't know the value of what he was even holding. The whites know the value of those natural resources. So they came. Did they put gun on us to sign the bond of 1844?
No.
No. We agreed and some ridiculous chiefs came together and kowtow to the white man because the white man made them to know, say, you people, you are not good for anything. Let us be the one to do what? To govern you. And they agreed and signed that useless bond of 1844. After the bond was signed, what happened? Were they the white men who omunam from Volta, omunam Central, omunam Eastern, omuchishin Crawford? No. Your own chiefs, your own family members, your own people were the ones selling your people to the white. Yeah. And then the catcher say, the way I am reducing Ghana into Ejumabia niho, she niho, survival of the fittest. And then I see slavery as Samba. Obia enko Europe, now call slavery Juma. You see what will happen at Kotoka or you see what will happen at Temaport. Yeah. There'll be so much queue, they say.
Play the overflow cry.
Sir, the echoes were my way. Let's see ship be war. Temahava is here. So slaves, and they are called UK. Me catch us some of the 10 trade ship background.
Sisi Akran, you know, official at the court, slaves trade
Egusu echoes, but the argument we are making is that until Africa, that's why I said with my brother that Kwame Nkrumah at the year 2 Pempe, Kwame Nkrumah and co realize that look, these people omu use here say you fight this bond of 1844. Now do you know say Kwame Nkrumah more sorry and can still wouldn't have gotten independent. And then there was some other side of the opposition who catch so oh we should have even gone and fight for independence. We should have allowed the white man to still be ruling, and that is the MP people and their ideology. The Dankwa Buzia people who fought against Ghana's independence, who doesn't believe that the white man should live it. But don't forget, the time that white man who was, they didn't develop Ghana.
Oh, you know, we real line across.
University of Ghana say it was Kwame Nkrumah who turned it to a University of Ghana. The only thing they did was Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Even that one credit was Nkrumah who upgraded it. The only thing they did was Ridge Hospital for they themselves and Omusi Achimota School for the Ankola. And to be honest with you, Kwame Nkrumah did his best, but it was even the mosquitoes in Tutumunu and Kwame Nkrumah because the mosquitoes were a problem to the white man.
Yeah. So
they realized that look, we cannot stay here, they cannot develop here. So they were only interested in our natural mineral resources. So we gave it all out. And to your best stress, say you can't say now. You might put your assembly into perspective. Say when you are asking them to pay you, you are a collaborator in the slave trade. So why should they compensate you? Why should they compensate you? And to your best stress, say, look, and then say you see. President said one very fine thing, say we should take charge of our own natural resources. Because yeti Cromwell and na yeti gold board. Nansia best 6-7 man. This gold board not telling us so much me exporting gold worth the tune of $6 billion of Adami. And he say gold board at me exporting gold worth the tune of $6 billion within 7 months or 8 months. For what you go chika cannabis say time now gold board anyone. Time now the obia and all year gold seminal. How much have we lost to the gold revenue? And another annoying aspect is that you export gold and go and get 6 billion with the left, and then you go and import toothpick and noodles and tomatoes and oil with the right. So which kind of people are we? Ultimately, because once you are getting the dollar and you have the 6 billion, you should put it into productive sectors. A bit some of the things you are what? Importing. But you don't take the left and export and get 6 billion and take the right and go and import your friend is Indomie. Now we can import pad, sanitary pad. We can import toothpick. Which kind of people are we? So my only argument is that we don't have a development plan. Yekoti National what do they call them? National Development Planning Secretariat. Omuso omukoma a planner. Omuakoma a 40 years development plan. What be that? Omuti honumamu developing 40-year development plan. Some of them know they cannot even live for the next 20 years. And now Ayekasano Fadami, can we beat our chest and tell us that we are working with the National Development Plan?
On this year.
And you know, Mammy, there you and do 10 minutes. Mr. I started talking. No.
41.
40, not 50. No. I used my time. It was
40. Yes. It's 41. You see?
41.
Yes, you see. So, quick one on Galamsey because you have one.
The Galamsey issue.
Now, Ama Kofi Bua minister say or deploy soldiers normal money all these water bodies, you know.
Have we not done it before? Have we not done it before? And you know Major Mahama okay. It is the same model. Because at the end of the day, you said they are the same people who you claim you are putting them there to fight the Galamsey, they will be compromised. They are the same people who will go there and be involved in the Galamsey, though we must start from somewhere. But the reason why we are saying, say, Ebia, and to me, and Sassidini say, at the end of the day, we are not making this issue a national issue enough. Ultimately, Galamsey fight, we are not careful. Yebeka sa ekopim the next 10 years we have not been able to win the war against Galamsey. Adentia, Debia Mika say, no matter how hard, my last statement is this, no matter how hard and wicked and strong a man is, he cannot squeeze his own testicles with a fist hand.
Yembisa Nietzsche, so but me squeeze the boss with his own hands.
Odame.
Fixed.
So you cannot fight your own people. That's why we are doing to the Galamsey.
The American say Galamsey issue a threat for all of us.
Okay.
And I think as a country we have not dealt with the issue with all the seriousness it deserves. And the minister say you declare water body areas, any forest reserves, as a security zone. I think say business as usual. Your whole Operation Galam Stop and other several operations are now the security agencies, collaborators in the fight. Majority say air calling for state of emergency. They are saying so from a nationalistic point of view. Mampenya Kasa, with the benefit of power, Ojidi said we should be able to exhaust all the available means possible before we declare. You see, Odame, me ubisamia. What I would say is just declaring a state of emergency will not be enough. To declare a state of emergency, also a follow up with some actions. And I believe almost all the actions are being marshaled. Because Ojidi said anything affecting your very existence as human beings, we must not just fight it. We must fight it with all the force we have.
Yeah.
And to this Galamsey issue, if I don't want to overstress the issue, sir, yes, you are say, I hear a lot of income to be able to purify our water bodies before we drink it. Your forest reserves, I say, Ubisa even a class 2 child. Record say, when the last tree dies, the last man dies.
Yeah.
Now, so you say your forest reserve because of good and kakoko. And I believe, sir, going forward, we should be able to deal with this issue strongly. Now, you see, Meka Debia Otumfua Sankabi, the biggest king in Ghana, Kabi said, there is no way Galamsey can go on without the chiefs and people collaborating with the people.
Okay.
Sabi, untumin kora, a food me on Manson and Vita Miko to go, the bra, on any Hoshi. And to see a best topic Galamsey, and ya buying kwao. I am for no Kahubi. And now, or man for Kahubi. If the people are able to prevent others from entering into forest reserve and water bodies, Galamsey will be stopped within a short time.
Uncle Ben,
Senior,
Galamsey.
Yes.
Pepenso ye droi.
No kure wo mu nyina ne se ade bia ananhyehyɛ ye bia ekoso sisia wo mamu ha. Se ye konde atia Galamsey ni nyina na ade ayaye dada. And minua ne se declare state of emergency na no itself no solve problems. When you declare a state of emergency, it puts hold on all form of mining. And that place na yesumu obi enko no. Okokora na it become a treasonable offense because it's against the state's will. Nti nipa da sani bia ni ho no mo a obetimi enter either the forest or the river bodies or kwakoye bibi. Either say yebebo otu akun and I say you find yourself wanting asa. Nti eno ni solution. Minu e dey okay. Adwen papa no na amode ye no but still ayensuo no say ya na say
na nde kra video say ba menim say monya bi ahwa ambrante bi akoche abrante ba akwa po no Galamsey
eno ti na make a kire wo say en solve problem no say wo say me nkoye Galamsey ana me ye small scale miner me ye madwuma wo ebi no kokoje license na ne ye hye wo mo so wo mo nkonkoye no enye no wo mo koye and monitoring so aba be problem.
This year den.
And one say ye the hold about to all form of mining so. Na ya restructure ekwaya ye be fa so.
Na say wonu okude to ya adwene.
Me ne ya adwene, me ne ama ko bi ya adwene.
O kan opposition.
O opposition me ne ya adwene. Oba aba mu nso me ntse say waka wasesa na no from your kind on sign.
This is your foreign affairs ministry.
And they say who galamsey ni effect e koso no. They say who go to play mu e ko basa ne dia ne say obo man ne ka.
Odi ama oman no.
Odi mu oman no. Odi mu oman ne say wutimi de ope e koto embassy mu ma yetimi lusu we wo say de ade no ya odi mu oman. Yes, oya adwuma you respecting as minister. Or foreign affairs so my onye na adwuma. But that time no a member of parliament.
Yeah.
No foreign affairs committee ranking member. Nti na ohun ne ekoso wo mamu anyina. Ne ekoso sesian. Odame galamsey issue no ne ne enye izo. Enye party semu. Enye NPP NDC semu. The effect galamsey ne dey ma wo man ni sesi ahwese say even banche
assembly shawutiri mehu. MPP abron ye ne chama wuntumi almost omaka no MPP for say quick one.
Oh you nya wasem obema de
quick one me hwe woni ma me hu me hu because people be da ofa kan ya nti bibiza yapon
ye jasem ne de mampani for
na ensem mo kan ne hu nya say impeni for be from atwa maso
ye jama mpani for omo hwe no
breaking the minister of communication, Minister of Communication, the Honorable Sam Jata George. On say over the weeks and months now or engage DSTV, and then I bet told you I say compact, reduce it from 380 Ghana cedis to 190 Ghana cedis, and also the premium bouquet, no, and I 650. No, she says what here about 440. Oh, Odame, you see, Odame, my file for your money page, minister any page. Today he was engaging. I mean,
and then we saw a press conference.
Odame, I think there were a lot of issues in Ghana. I agree with you. But there is no way we can also downplay this thing.
Ministry.
Among people say a luxury. Open now subscribe.
Entertainment is part.
And information about Bonti because the ministry no social media
Asembaku wa makuma so and he say Alan Kojo chairman
chief sit
time now Alan ewo NPP mu when he was raising issue say they were manipulating the voter album in people's interest. No, they went after him.
Who went after him?
The party architecture echo against Alan said the Alan ekano and then but and then it is raising its own head again, and there are all people who are now saying it. I don't think Alan ka any there. Omo fan yejuma, omo nyina omo gagi up against him. And then the last point is that I heard the former Minister of Defense, Dominic Intihu, Eka said they are not supporting Baumia for any reason, but it is his time. Ado Onunusu. When Alan say, Ado Onunusu, what did they do? They went after him. So who is Baumia? What did he do for the party? And then Eka said, Adunusu said that.
Aha ne yedi dwumani na esie mu amobaye Benjamin Asari of the MPP yede wase saso da netu na Pia Buedi yede wase NDC Richard Suma of the MFC ose sisia enche bia mbenyo mlanzisa yebe fe no political party enti ye hwe ye twen yenim na Frema is abankro na social media no ohwe man ya chese bibia to kama saso na Magjerry ose agiman ene Ohima ekue free ye. Oh, adakabra hu ya papa boni bia nsiye. Na mea metina